Whew. Feels different to sit back here after having been over at my desk for well over a month. It's okay though. I get to stretch my legs out. That's nice. Alright, let me get the controller and put this crap away. There we go. Controller is fully charged. And I'd like to say, and so am I, but I don't know how true that is. Because I'm an old man. And with every passing day, my charge gets a little worse. We'll get started in we'll get started exactly 4:30. How about that? It's like a minute and a half from now, something like that. Sounds like a plan to me. Oh boy. Feels like forever since I picked up this game. Even though it was only like, what, 3.5 months ago I was playing Going Commando? I'm sure it's like riding a bike. I'll be back to it in no time. I don't know what the volume needs to be on this thing. On my TV anyway, so that I can hear it, but also it's not overpowering on the mic. I guess we'll find out. I think it was supposed to be a 3 or 4, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, my clocks say 4:30. Let me take a drink, and we'll get started. Yes, they say 4:30 at 4th on 4:30. Off course. All right, here we go. Hello there, old friend. I know that you and I haven't always seen eye to eye, but I gotta tell you, it's good to see you again. How you doing, everybody? My name is Monochromium, and this is my continuing coverage of the Ratchet & Clank Classic Quadrilogy. We'll be covering the third game in the series today, Ratchet & Clank, Up Your Arsenal. And I still have no idea how the ESRB let that one go. They probably were like, well, next time we really got to do better at that because, you know, they sort of prevented them from naming Ratchet & Clank A Crack in Time Ratchet & Clank Clock Blockers later, which would have been pretty funny as well, if I'm being completely honest. In any case, yes, let us get started with our coverage of this game. Now, I should have a file already on here. Subtitles on, please. And yeah, everything else is good there. I should already have a file on here that I did, because I actually decided to play this game about probably like right after going commando, just to double check and make sure that I remembered what was good, what was bad, and what was in between in terms of like guns and all that other stuff. And it was I was surprised. It was actually better than I remembered it being. I think we're going to have another situation where it's like X3, where I play an old game that I didn't particularly like that much, and I'm going to come to have newfound appreciation for it despite its flaws. This is probably my least favorite in the classic quadrilogy. Well, I shouldn't say that. I haven't played Deadlocked yet, but from what I've heard of Deadlocked, it's really, really good. So I can't really make a judgment call there. But out of the classic trilogy, this is probably my least favorite, but that's like trying to pick my favorite child, so... Of course, that's a trick question. I have no children. Anyway, let's get started. And, yeah, we'll go save slot too. Hey, Conker, it's going good. How's it going for you there? About to make a burger, so you've been listening for a while. Sounds good. Not a problem. Let us get this going so that you will have something to listen to, shall we? Let's just hope that there's sound. Yeah, there's sound. I double-checked beforehand to make sure, and, yeah, there apparently is.
My Blargian Snagglebeast devours your mutant swamp fly.
Hopefully the audio levels are okay. I'll have to double-check after this.
Hey, what are you doing?
Check and mate.
What? That's cheating!
On the contrary, the rules clearly state that the Blargian Snagglebeast has an allergic reaction to swamp flies that last 2 turns.
I ain't never played this complicated kind of chess. Makes me wonder why they don't have a virtual board. Maktar Casino, 12:31 a.m. It always impressed me back on the PS2 that these games were in 60 FPS. I don't know why. Maybe just because the graphical fidelity is so impressive. For the time,
I would
anyway.
not know, Maximilian. I never lose.
Well, no.
There is a first time for everything. Agent Clank!
I think his cover's blown. What's with the Darth Maul cyber ninjas? Who is shooting a laser? Or actually, better question, why do the waitresses' saucers for the drinks, you know, secondarily block laser bullets?
Bring the car around.
I mean, I guess that keeps them safe, but...
the ejector seat this time.
Wah,
Stay
wah.
tuned for more Secret Agent Clank.
Nice, Clank got his own TV show. That's pretty cool.
That was terrific.
Yeah, great. Change the channel.
I don't like watching
But the
myself
man
in that
said
show.
to stay tuned.
We continue our live coverage from Veldon.
I'm gonna say it's a dangerous job. Yeah, I guess you could consider that. And hello, SB, how you doing?
Race known as the Tyrannoids.
Wait, Veldon?
Officials believe that an evil robotic supervillain known as Dr. Nefarious is the mastermind behind the Tyrannoid attack.
We leave our home galaxy for like, what, 2 months, and this happens?
But they are no match for these tentacle-eyed terrors.
Come on, man.
Indeed, this backwater planet may be completely destroyed in a matter of hours.
It's a good thing Darla's on a green screen there.
64 News.
They're aiming at the camera, you see. They're not aiming at her. You can kind of see it. It's a bit of a trick of the cameras there.
But Veldon is in a Solana galaxy.
Couldn't we just ask Megacorp how they got us here to
No,
begin with?
Not the gravimetric warp drive.
Or that.
Tested gravimetric warp drive. The one you built from Blargian scrap metal.
There are Blarg in this
We
galaxy?
are doomed.
You were saying?
I stand corrected.
Don't doubt Ratchet's mechanical skills, Clank. He did fix you. Unfortunately, something that can't be fixed is that the PS3 collection version of this game, I think it has something to do with the coding, but the sound effects for the ship flying through space are mismangled somehow. Like, that's not what that sound is supposed to be. It's supposed to sound like he's flying into the planet, and that's not how that works. I have no way of fixing that without doing it in post, so I apologize to anyone that it bothers. Believe me, it bugs me too.
Greetings,
All right,
Planet
then.
91802, and welcome back to the Solana Galaxy.
Thank you. You're throwing us right back in, I see. I think the camera controls are massively messed up. Let's turn up the rotation speed, first of all. Second of all, who the hell has inverted camera controls? And third of all, turn off the vibration. What do you think this is? Okay, let's see. Yeah, that should be good now. Okay, off on an adventure. Oh, okay. Thanks, boys. That's a good grenade you got there. You mind giving me one of those? I don't seem to have brought my weapons with me.
These must be the Galactic Rangers.
Hey, look! It's a new sergeant!
Huh?
Sarge, you can have my gun.
Oh, thank you.
There's too many of them! We're all gonna die!
Well, not while I'm here, you're not.
Circle to fire your shock blaster.
So I think the shock blaster is supposed to be the shotgun of the game, but it doesn't really operate completely like a shotgun, because you'd think if I was walking right up on them like that, it would operate like a shotgun and do more damage, but it doesn't seem to. Just from my own mechanical experience. I might be totally off kilter for that, but just based on my own experience, it's still good though. Don't worry about that.
Sarge, we're pinned down by that enemy vehicle.
Great.
Somebody's gotta take it out.
Got a long-range weapon?
Somebody is me.
We gotta volunteer. Sarge, take this.
Oh, thank
Cover
you.
From back there.
Alright, that's fine.
Try using the nitro launcher against that vehicle.
I was gonna say, isn't this one of my garages anyway? No, it's not. It's a different part of the planet. So this guy, you can't really get too close in order to get him, and he'll start shooting at you otherwise. But if you nitro launcher him, well, he don't last long. So there you go. Shock cannon is more of your miniature, or like mini or small or medium-sized mooks, and then nitro launcher is your large-sized mooks.
Hold triangle and select an icon with the left analog stick.
I feel like I should leave on the Gadgetron messages that they give you here, because in this game, it's not just like the help desk lady, it's also some of your allies that you get later in the game will talk to you through those messages, so... Oh, thank you. I'm good, though. That's what I'm trying to, like, double tap like you did in the first two games, and you don't actually have to double tap in this game, that's the thing. If you just tap the triangle button, you can switch between the last three weapons that you had equipped, which is a really nice quality of life change. Just take my word for that, even though you're not necessarily at the point where you're playing, it's really nice to have. Just take my word for that. I missed a few bolts over there. Let's see if I can... There we go. Get to it like that. So yeah, medium-sized guy right here. Hit him up with the shock blaster. Big guy. Hit him up with the nitro launcher. It's all good in the hood. There's multiple guys here. The nitro launcher's got decent AoE, so let's just blast them with it. Why not? We're going to be keeping both of these guns for the majority of the playthrough. As a matter of fact, I think we're going to use them all the way through. The one caveat, really, that I have primarily with the mechanics of Up Your Arsenal is that a lot of the guns in the game don't feel very good to use by comparison to some of the ones from Going Commando or from the first game. I don't know. It might just be a personal preference thing, but a lot of them feel a lot weaker than some of the guns we've had in the series before this. It's not a terrible thing, it's just some guns feel like... It feels like more like a tier list when you're getting a gun out, you know? It doesn't feel like you could just use everything and be fine. Some guns feel more like a handicap than an actual weapon. So, but take my word for it, I'll keep you posted on the guns that are good. So... Alright, Rangers, I appreciate the help, but you're taking my experience. Stop it. Okay, there we go. Let's see here. One more bolts. I think, yeah, because this is Ratchet's garage. You can see it from right there. There's his Captain Quark poster from the first game. So let's just explore around a little bit. There's probably a few little extra goodies that were stuck here from the last time we were here. I don't think there's any titanium bolts on this planet, though. I guess I could check. Maybe I could check. I forget if you can or can't yet. Well, we do have to go over there and over there, but that's something we can go to in a minute. That, I don't think, has any titanium bolts in it, so let's just keep going. Look around. This is not the right way. It's over here. I've played this game before. I know what I'm doing. Just trying to get a twofer in there, but that's okay. It's not like ammo is scarce at the moment. It will get a little more scarce later, but by that point we won't have to worry about that, so... Do I dare do a long jump from there? No, I don't think I do. I probably would have made it, but, it's fine. And to be fair, it probably would have been funny if I died on the first planet, but, you know. This game isn't easy, though, I will say that. I probably will die a few times over the course of it. It's probably the hardest out of the... Well, I wouldn't say it's the hardest out of all of them, actually. But it is... its difficulty is a little bit higher than, I think, the beginning of the other two games. So. Challenge stays more consistent across the game, and then it sort of starts to go up. Like, it's consistently more, like, higher than usual for the other games, and it starts to go up as you go. I find, anyway. Oh, we dropping in? Let me at 'em, boys! Wait, we don't have parachutes? Oh, okay, well, that's fine, I guess. Good thing I got Clank. I have a built-in parachute. Boys, you might want to bob and weave a little. Those missiles don't look too friendly. Oh, dear God. That did not end well for them. How many of us are left now? Like half the squad? Well, that kind of blows. Alright. Let's go, you monstrosities! I'll take you all on. What the hell?
The camera controls in the options menu.
Those must be, like, more closer to medium-sized guys. I think those are the guys that pilot the, some of the big vehicle things that they have there. I should be looking around later. I shouldn't be looking around now, but I'm doing it anyway. Yeah, the Rangers will handle it. It's fine. I just need more ammo, that's all. Alright, boys, what'd I miss? Oh, good, I got him. Awesome. How about another? Oh, the doors are opening? Okay. I should probably go take out whatever this is supposed to be. It's probably like one of the little guys or something. I guess it does seem to do a little bit less damage across a certain distance, the shock blaster, but you have to be like pretty far away for it to get lower damage. Like if you shoot and it doesn't stun the enemies, you probably shot from too far away. So like it happened just there with one of the big guys. Or he just had hyper armor and I just didn't know, which is a distinct possibility. You never know. Alright. Let's see what we got behind door number 1. More bolts. I'll take those. Thank you.
To strafe, hold down L2 or R2 while running.
Yes, thank you. I'm aware. Oh, I see why they want me to strafe now. Well, that's the thing. Do I nitro launcher it and not upgrade the shock cannon, or do I do it with the shock cannon? Took a little bit more damage. I guess I could shock cannon it now. There we go. Upgrade my weapon.
Weapons upgrade automatically when they're used frequently.
So yeah, the same experience bar that they had in the second game, excuse me, is also present here. Although, as you can see, the shock blaster is V2 now, so it doesn't just flat out upgrade into a better gun once you get its experience bar full. Now it gets all the way up to V5, and that's when you get the better weapon. It gives you incremental upgrades over the course of the different versions of the weapon. So V2. Forget the difference. I can check, though. It's right here. So V2 has a charge feature, so you can hold down the fire button, and then it will... Excuse me, my throat was getting dry, and it was about to kick up and tell me. So yeah, you can charge it up and then shoot, and it will do more damage. Not bad. Nice little upgrade. I also got 3,000 bolts for helping them, so that's nice. Oh, the President! Doing good, furry Bill Clinton! Impersonator guy?
Well, this is an honor, and I see you brought your chauffeur along.
No, hold on a second, sir.
Agent Clank,
I think he's joking, Ratchet, but sometimes I can't tell with these people.
Survived. I've just received a top secret report on that man's whereabouts.
Oh.
Here, take a look.
Let's see.
On tonight's episode of Nature's Mysteries.
Oh, it's going to be one of these documentaries, isn't it?
Deep in the dense growth of Lorana's Jambu forest lives a mysterious creature. Or maybe he doesn't. It's one of nature's mysteries.
Well, at least they're honest.
I've seen him run right through our camping site. He was buck naked, screaming and holding a banana. Or maybe it weren't a banana. It could be.
Okay, hold on.
Mysteries.
Glad they cut that part, because it was about to get a little more sensual than this documentary probably needed.
Shamed by by his recent past, he is now one of nature's mysteries.
Gee, I wonder who it could be.
We need you to find this man. The fate of the galaxy may depend on it.
Great.
Are you sure this is the guy you're looking for, Mr. President? Yeah, he seems like kind of a, wacko.
I mean, he is living off the grid.
But he's the best chance we've got. I know you boys won't let me down.
Well, he might have some information that we could use to help out, so. Alright, let's head off. Did you change the paint job on me there, Ratchet? Because I don't remember my ship looking like that after I pimped it in the last game. You can pimp the ship in this game as well, but it doesn't do anything. There's spoilers, I guess, for gameplay later on in the game. There are no ship combat missions in this game, which is a real letdown, if I'm being honest. I would have preferred them. Anyway, let's head to Florana and find the Florana Tree Beast guy. Because of how hamburger patties and hamburger buns are packaged differently, you decided to make a double cheeseburger. Nice, Conker. That sounds good. Usually, when we make them at our house, we get the ones that are like the really big, almost like the big chunks of meat, so the patties usually aren't too small. There is a really super shortcut that you can do for this if you're speedrunning it, because our objective is right over there, and if you do it correctly, you could like jump over there on the rocks and then around the bridge, but I don't think I've ever managed to do it. I guess I could try. You kind of got to get it like the angle of the dangle just right, though. Otherwise you end up with like this, basically, and then you end up like this. Almost got it. Yeah, you got to kind of dangle yourself across so that you end up going through that little gap there. It's a speedrunning trick, but I usually that's as far as I get, is that right there. So, okay, new weapons available at the shop. We have the N60 Storm. It's the Lancer weapon of this game. It fires, it has a lot of ammo, and its stuff does small damage. And we have the Plasma Whip, which is a melee weapon with a cool fire effect on it. Both of these weapons, at least in fresh game mode, on new game, not in challenge mode, are effectively useless, so just don't bother buying them. Just save your money. It's much more worth it to just kill multiple things with the shock cannon, if you can hit them, or the shock blaster, rather. Like that. Or just kill them with your wrench, frankly. I know, it's kind of a waste of experience, but...
Maps, including a map that places the fire command on R1. To change to a different button map, press Start, then enter the Options menu and select Controls.
So yeah, they also let you change the options in this game in terms of how you want to shoot your gun, which is accommodating for people who are playing, like, I think around the time this game came out was when they started getting all, like, the Unreal Tournament games were coming out, and, like, the later Quake games were starting to come out too, so they started to accommodate people a little more in that department because, well, it's easier for some people to shoot on a shoulder button. I'm used to the classic controls, so I'm just going to keep what I've got, but yeah, if you want to, there's an option for you. It's really helpful in the multiplayer mode of this game, though, if you use the shoulder button to fire, because you're, on the move so much. You're using the dual sticks to move everything around, keep everything in view of you, so this is a new crate.
The Jackpot Crate multiplies all bolts and experience gained for a limited time.
Oh, well, that's nice. So yeah, big room worth of crates in it, so make sure we break them all or as many as we can anyway, while the jackpot's going on. Get a bunch of extra money here. Incidentally, speaking of money, I have to redact something that I said in Ratchet & Clank 1, and I apologize to anyone who's playing along with me here for the misinformation back then. You actually don't want to go into challenge mode in Ratchet & Clank 1 if you're planning on playing the entire trilogy, because if you do, it actually kind of cucks you over when you get to this game. I'll explain why in a little bit, but just know that you don't want to go into challenge mode in the first game, unless you're not planning on playing the rest of the trilogy, or you want to play it all over again in order to play the third game. It didn't have any detrimental effect on the second game, but the third game, it does, so... Whoa, hello. Where'd you boys come from? They came from further inside. I missed you the first time. I might go back and pick up that shock blaster ammo. I may alternate between calling this thing the shock blaster and the shock cannon over the course of the playthrough, just because... Oh, it disappeared. Or maybe I grabbed it. I don't know. Doesn't matter. We'll get more of it. It upgrades into the shock cannon later on in the playthrough, so Yeah, if I say shock cannon, I mean the shock blaster. I will try not to, you know, dissociate and make a dumb mistake. Thank you for breaking that for me, sir. But, it might happen on occasion. There we go. Got all of our ammo back anyway. But yeah, it's a good idea to upgrade your shock blaster and nitro launcher early. I prefer doing that over grabbing other weapon alternatives that you can have at this point, like the M60 Storm or the Plasma Whip. It's not that experience is scarce in this game, because you do get a decent chunk of experience. It's just that, from, like, doing levels. It's just that the way that they did weapon experience in this game is a little bit funky, and I'll explain how it's a little bit funky a little later when it starts to actually matter. At the moment, it won't matter at all, but it will. Take a second to lock back into place. Hello. They're dropping in from the ceiling. Quite literally. Try to get at least 2 of them with each shot if I can. Next, you'll tell me they're coming in through the woodwork, and then I'll question, because, wait, there's no woodwork here.
You can climb a ladder by jumping onto it and pressing X until you reach the top.
Yes, and that I will do. I just had to get a little nanotech there, lady. I don't want to go dying. I don't think the Galactic Rangers would appreciate if I did. Nor would I, frankly, but you know. Ooh, this looks ripe for a nitro launcher shot. There we go. Perfect. I'll break these. We'll give a little bit of money. Got a vendor here. We don't want to use it because I don't really need to use it to buy ammo. It's not that big of a deal. I forget if this is the one. No, it's not this one. It's the next one. There's one over there. You can kind of see it from here. There's a secret treasure over on the side of the next building, and there's a spot very similar to this one where you can jump around the building. We will go do that in a moment. But first, well, we got to go down there. But first, we got to go over here and grab our first titanium bolt. Sweet. So titanium bolts in this game, I think, are only used to purchase skins for Ratchet. You don't need to find all of them for any particular reason unless you're getting the as many trophies as you can in the game, because the game has a trophy system that it works with. If you want to get all the trophies, you're going to want to collect them all, but I don't have any special reason to collect them. I'll probably show where they all are anyway, but I don't really need to collect them all. So, how much does this guy take from the shock blaster? 4, whoa, 5, 6. Alright, boys, slow down with them ricochets. Yeah. Good lord, man. Alright, so a few of these, and then I think there was a new crate over here too. Yep, there's a new crate right there. Meant it as the patties are generally packaged in groups of 10 or 12, while the buns are packaged in multiples of 8. Oh, okay, that's what you meant. Okay, I misunderstood then, my bad. But that makes sense then, so that way you run out of, patties and buns at the same time. That makes sense. Alright, new crate, what do we got? Inferno power!
Your armor and wrench attack have been greatly increased for a limited time.
Awesome. So now you can only attack with the wrench while under the effects of Inferno mode, but you one-hit everything that you hit, and you have increased defense. So now, as you can see, it ran out right there before I could finish it up, but that's okay. I usually don't take Inferno boxes unless I'm really in a bind, to be honest, because it wastes weapon experience, frankly. So that's usually why I don't bother. Sometimes it's nice, though. It just means you get to do less work for a little bit. All right, Ratchet, help me out here. There we go. Right up here is where I think we want to go. Yep. A few goodies, a little nanotech to help me out. To mend my ailing mind. Break these statues. The Florana Anthropology Committee is going to be on my ass about this, if such a thing even exists, but it doesn't matter because we're going to go over here and grab that shiny thing that we saw. It's a trophy. A Ratchet trophy. Nice. There's a total of 15 trophies in the game, and if I recall correctly, 8 of them can be grabbed out in the world. The other 7 are from doing certain achievements over the course of the game, like getting all the titanium bolts, buying... I forget if buying all the skins does it, but I think you get some if you buy all the weapons. I forget, honestly. Doesn't matter, we'll figure it out eventually. That shot's going nowhere. There we go. Should have waited to shoot until they, you know, stepped into their normal spot. Alright, what do we got down here? These vines are awfully conveniently placed. Oh, hello. Let's get rid of those guys. Now for you. Running out of shots a little bit with this thing, but that's okay. We can get both of them before we run out of shots. Alright. Now for the shock blaster. Come on. Take that. Cool. I was expecting there to be more guys over there, but not quite yet. I think if I recall correctly, in going commando, you got full nanotech back when your nanotech upgraded as well. In this game, I think, if I recall correctly, in order to properly try to balance that a little better, they only give you back a certain percentage of your health when you upgrade your nanotech. I don't think they give you your whole health bar back, so...
Ratchet, we have company.
Really?
Behind you.
Where?
Behind you.
Very funny. You having a good time?
Okay, then. Does that thing have built-in speakers? But I don't want to die! Oh, obstacle course. Okay, gotcha. Path of Death! Yay! Let's see how much death it actually causes. You can leave if you want, if you go back out that way, but we don't have to. Hey, Rockin' Fun, how's it going? Long time no see, my friend. Yeah, fuck me, it's been a while. I know. You haven't been able to watch because of the spoilers lately, but thankfully now you can watch because less spoilers. How do I want my quick select to look here? I think these are actually in the right spots, because I think the one to the left of where the shock blaster is now is going to be one of the other heavy hitting weapons that I get later. I have a few spots saved for... You know what, this is fine. I'll worry about it later. For now, we're good. So yeah, Path of Death is a big ol' obstacle course. Just gotta plow your way right through. And if you don't get hit, you get a skill point, so that's rather nice. I will try. I can't guarantee anything, but I will try. Not to get hit. Whoa! Yeah, I'll try not to get hit if I can.
To center the camera, tap L1.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so, next section, go here. Got a little safe spot right here, but if you look to your right and go over here, you can get another titanium bolt! Awesome. Same as usual. Yes, finished Stormblood on Tuesday. It would have been finished on Sunday, but my internet company decided to massively cuck me on Saturday by having an outage in my area. I'm going to choose to blame them, even though it probably wasn't necessarily their fault. Just because, why the hell not? But yeah, so we finished on Tuesday. And now we're moving right along. Oh, that guy's having a bad day. A really bad day. Okay. I don't want to be that guy, that's for sure. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Okay, hang on. Again, trying not to get hit, so if I can afford to... Okay, just do that. Run away from these guys. I can't do this as well because I'm not... Okay, there we go. I think I got him. Alright, boys. Go. Gotcha. I think there's safe spots on this one. Like, there's some that don't ever light up, if I recall correctly. Like this one right here. Doesn't ever light up. I think you gotta do a long jump from here, though. Oh, okay. It did light up. Well, that's over then. I was pretty close, too. But it's alright. No big deal. Whoa. Watch where you're going there, man. Alright. Pretty good eating some pie. That's good. That's good. Pie's good.
Okay, we walked your path of death.
It only hurt me once, and apparently I'm out of breath.
Know about Dr. Nefarious? Who? Dr. Nefarious. They say you're the only man to ever beat him. Who? This guy's even.
What the?
Captain Quark?
Yeah, Captain Quark.
No, literally, Captain Quark. What is he doing here?
That's it, Quark. You've had this coming for a long time.
Ooh, Ratchet's about to give it to him. Oh god, he's got a boomerang too. Suck on nitro launcher, Quark. How do you like that? Ooh, I jumped sideways instead of jumping just over it. Yeah, Quark's not too hard. Watch me die to him now that I said that, but basically just gotta jump over his boomerangs and go from there. Eventually he'll summon reinforcements that you can kill with the shock blaster. It's not too bad. See if you can get them all at once, like that. It's rather nice. He's back to this again. Do I have any? I don't have any ammo left in the nitro launcher because it's not letting me do it, so bam! So yeah, upgraded shock cannon shot at the moment. It's better than just the regular one, but it's not incredible. I think enemies in this game have like some stun invincibility frames, like they can't be stunned for a certain period after being stunned the first time. Oh, hello. That's a lot of guys. And he's shooting a boomerang at me while he's at it. Great. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. I didn't realize it was coming around twice. That's some trick you got there, Quark. Alright, let's rebuy some ammo. Okay. I did the side flip again. I can't do that. It's not as good if I do the side flip. I gotta just regular jump. That was unexpected, but not entirely a terrible thing. Alright, back to this then. Come on, Quark, get down from the ceiling so I can beat you up again. Whoa. Okay. I see, because he instantly threw it again. That was what messed me up before. Got it. Alright, whoa, hello. Now he's throwing it again. Go. Got all the guys now. Then we could just blast him again. How many of these do I got? Okay, let's use these then. Got him. There we go. Much better than last time, I think. And we almost upgraded, so that's good.
So, Quark has completely lost his mind. Now what?
I mean, his mind was kind of gone before. He was kind of crazy before.
Great.
Oh, good. Apparently Ratchet's the leader of a monkey troop now. Ow. I don't think this is meant to be a four-seater. To be fair, Quark takes up like 3 by himself. Yeah, good luck answering it.
This is Captain Sasha of the Starship Phoenix. The President has asked me to assist you.
Hi.
We're a bit tied up here.
Located Captain Quark.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got him, but, well, he thinks he's a monkey.
Of course. Bring him to the Phoenix.
Of course he does. Why wouldn't he? Okay. Well, let's take him back to the Starship Phoenix so we can get him off my ship. Ain't no way in hell I'm driving him around the galaxy in this thing. Also rocked during Stormblood streams. Conker also picked up 14. This is true, yes. Yeah, he's on Crystal there. Been good. From what I've heard from Conker, so far he's been so good in terms of all of it. Man, big ship.
Look at that, Clank. This ship is amazing.
Wait till you see the inside.
Welcome aboard the Phoenix, gentlemen.
Whoa.
Impressive, isn't she? The Phoenix is the pride of the galactic fleet.
Where is the rest of the galactic fleet now that I think about it?
Holodeck training suite.
They're probably in orbit.
Virtual firing range,
Ooh.
starfighter upgrade system, even a Gadgetron VG9000 game system.
Ooh.
VG9000.
Fancy.
Of course. With a Mavix Fireball Pro controller, VR headset, and a zero-G dance pad attachment.
What the hell?
Will you marry me?
Well, you've obviously had an exhausting trip. Why don't you stop by your quarters? We prepared a custom living area for Quark, so he won't get in your way.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Come meet me on the bridge when you're ready.
Gotcha. Will do.
To view the world map, press Select or R3.
I will, lady, once I'm done upgrading the Nitro launcher to V2. Awesome. Did I get any EXP for this? I forget if they split EXP when you use multiple guns in the same fight in this game, or if that's not a thing yet. I forget. It doesn't matter. Finished Realm Reborn story, post Realm Reborn, just barely got to start that, yeah. So did Quark lose his mind when he lost his masculinity in Ratchet 2? Well, they do say that men think out of two heads, so considering he'd lost one of them, it's like losing half your brain, isn't it? Okay, anyway. So yeah, the Starship Phoenix is a big place, and there is a lot going on. It's basically your hub world for the game.
In a VR simulation before you buy them.
And that is a really nice quality of life change that she was just talking about. Sasha was mentioning you can test the different weapons on the Starship Phoenix in the VR arena. And I can demonstrate because, well, we can do it with the next weapon I'm going to purchase. The Succ cannon is back because, as you know, we're back in the Solana Galaxy. Some of the stuff that we had in the first game is now, they've kept it or upgraded it over time, and the Succ cannon now has the same sort of upgrades as it did every other weapon in the game does. It can go up to V5, and it's a really, really nice utility weapon all through the game, as you can see from this, as I will show you. I think these guys you can suck in with the cannon. Yeah, you can. So, Succ cannon is the same as it always was in Ratchet & Clank 1. It was a solid utility weapon then. And it's a solid utility weapon now because you basically can just suck up enemies and then fire them at things. Now, there's a couple of nice little quality of life changes to the Succ cannon in this game, though. The first one you just saw is that it has a lock-on mod, so it makes it a lot easier to just fire it at people. You don't have to, like, aim the camera manually at enemies in order to fire them at people now. So that's one nice upgrade, and I'm not sure if they'll let me do the second quality of life change inside the simulation, but I will mention it in a moment because the other quality of life change that the Succ cannon has in this game turns it into, like I said, one of the most versatile weapons in the series. It is seriously giving the lava gun a run for its money at this point in terms of becoming my favorite weapon in the series. You know me, I gotta use the Succ. Anyway, so it costs 8,000 bolts, but here is what I was talking about back on Florana. If you recall correctly, when we beat Ratchet & Clank 1, we became a Gadgetron employee when we got to Kalibo 3, and we got the Hollow Guys. If you have a file left on your hard drive or on your memory card that has that has the Hollow Guys on Ratchet & Clank 1, you can read the hard drive, and then, hopefully this works, crossing my fingers. Yes, so at one time in the past, we were employed by Gadgetron. I have a file that has the Hollow Guys on Kalibo 3 from Ratchet & Clank 1, so you can now gain a 10% discount to every weapon available from Gadgetron in the game. And we also got a new couple of skins, which is nice. So this is what the guy was talking about back in Ratchet & Clank 1 when he said, you have to be with the company for 2 years before the discount starts kicking in. They literally made that a mechanic in Ratchet & Clank 3, and I'm like, oh, attention to detail, I love it. So now the Succ cannon is 7,200 bolts, and I'm going to buy it, because it's really good. The Infector is also useless, by the way, just as a footnote. The N60 Storm has its uses, but I find that it's more useful in challenge mode because in challenge mode the power of the weapon ratchets up like substantially when you get it to its mega versions. But yeah, the Plasma Whip, same deal. Infector, don't buy the Infector. It's really, really awful. It was so awful that they changed it from being a weapon in Ratchet Deadlocked into just a mod for any gun that you want. It's that bad. Like, it didn't deserve a weapon slot, and it's really awful. Don't get the Infector. It's bad. But we have the Succ again, so that's good. Give me a minute, Quark. I need to appreciate the newfound Succ that I have, and then I will take you to your quarters. That's actually fine where they've got it for me now, so that's good. Don't know if Quark was shocked by his loss or if his brain was located in his penis. I mean, that was the joke, right? Yeah, don't want to have this mental image anymore. Why do you do that to yourself every time, Rock? Oh boy. Entering the cool area in 14. This is true. He's getting there. Think of either starting the Hildebrand quest or continuing with the main story quest later. Either one is a good option, Conquer. Whichever one you feel is the best.
This is our onboard Gadgetron armor vendor.
Ah.
We'll notify you whenever a new suit of armor is available for purchase.
Perfect. So yeah, the armor vendor is only on a single planet in this game. It's, well, planet, I use that term loosely. It's all on the Starship Phoenix. Basically, if you need something, come to the Starship Phoenix and you can probably grab it for less than you'd get anywhere else. As it is now, we can actually grab Magna Plate armor, which reduces damage by 33%. 10,000 bolts, not a bad purchase. I'm gonna grab it. Yeah, both are good options, I think, so. Whichever one you think is the best there, Conquer. There is a lot to the Starship Phoenix as well, by the way. There's a trophy room, the VR deck, so you can do missions over there in a little while, and then there's vidcomics over there at this, the VG9000, but we just need to go to the room so we can put Quark away. We also can go to the bridge, but I don't think the terminal is operational at the moment for the bridge, so instead of that, we're just gonna head this way. We'll let Sasha explain all the rooms to us when we go.
Welcome to the Phoenix Trophy Room. Whenever a crew member is awarded a Medal of Honor, it is displayed here.
So does that mean I'm an honorary crew member? Oh, that's awesome. Because Ratchet's got a trophy. Now we just need to get Clank a trophy so he can be a crew member. That's nice. All right, Quark, where'd you go? Oh, there you are. What were you doing? Wandering around on your own? All right, come on, monkey man. Let's get you indoors.
These are your quarters. I set up the VG9000 to play vidcomic discs.
Nice. When I get a vidcomic, I'll have to try it out. But for now, whoa, banana. Did he just... Okay.
How do you think he got like this?
I mean, a few years out in the wild, but...
Can be very stressful.
Why do you have bananas in your... Aren't they radioactive now? Or okay.
Hope for stopping Nefarious?
And this is the problem with having gigantic muscles, Quark. You can't reach around your own body. And yeah, we're kind of screwed until he gets his memory back, aren't we? Oh, yeah, another quality of life change that's really good that they did in this game, right? So usually the problem that I've been having in previous Ratchet & Clanks is that only one quick select isn't enough for all the weapons and gadgets that you have. There's a second quick select now. Oh! I love it! The way I talk about it, you'd think this is my favorite in the series. No, not necessarily, but it does have a lot of good mechanical quality of life changes that I can really appreciate that they took the time to work on. Oh, they moved my poster. Or they have their own, I don't know. But yeah, we need a vidcomic to play the VG9000, unfortunately. So we'll have to come back later when we find one.
Great. Meet me on the bridge.
Actually, I was going to check the VR room first, Sasha.
This is the Phoenix VR deck. Here you can train in combat simulations or practice using new gadgets.
Yes, and it is actually rather nice to do that. I'm going to meet her on the bridge first before we do that, but then we'll probably do, I don't know, all of the VR simulations because you can do a decent chunk of them now. Some of the ones for gadgets you can't do until later, but the ones that you can do for battle simulations, you can do now, and it gets you a decent chunk of money at the beginning of the game, so I don't see why not. New with MSQ and you'll have banger songs, start Hildy and you'll have a good laugh. Yes, that's true. So both are good. Both are very good. No, that's why you're not sure what to do first. Yeah. It's the burden of choice there for you. Yeah, Quark is basically just a stupider Tarzan at the moment. He needs to get his memories back or else he's going to be stuck in jungle boogie form forever. You joined a group in 14. They do MIL synced runs and old content, so you've been raiding a lot recently. Nice. That's pretty cool, rocket fun. I have not found a group like that just yet in 14 myself, but I would be down for it if anybody was able to do it. I'd be cool with it. Yeah, Jane isn't around to help them, yeah.
Try boosting the power.
Isn't that the president?
They came out of nowhere.
Uh-oh.
Tyrannoid invasion force.
That's a problem.
Presidential compound has been breached.
Oh, no.
Cannot hold out much longer here.
Mr. President. Dad, are you there?
Oh, okay, that explains a lot. Uh-oh.
Robotic citizens of the Solana Galaxy.
Wait, there are deaf robots? I mean, I guess some of them wouldn't have ears built in. Oh my god.
Of organic life forms. Soon, all robots will bask in the liberty and equality of my benevolent, iron-fisted rule.
I don't think this is real sign language. I mean, I guess it might be Solana sign language. Oh my god.
You can look forward to being disintegrated. That's all for now.
Now, how's that for a villainous entrance? I just love how much of a ham Nefarious is. It's so cool, good. It's so silly, but it's so good.
We're going in. We'll see you on Arcadia.
He's just really memorable because of it, you know what I mean? As you'll see over the course of the game. Anyway, we have coordinates for Planet Marcadia now. We should probably go save the president before we, you know, go do any VR training. It's probably a good idea, I think. So let's test out the Succ cannon in real combat. Surely nothing bad will go and happen while we're doing that. No, we'll probably be fine.
To view your current missions, select the missions menu from the pause screen.
Okay, I will do that, help desk lady. Gotta find things too. You've also become a meme in your group because every time you jump off the edge, it ends up being the clear. Oh my god. That's fun. That's fun. Just gotta jump every single time. Revive me! Ugh. I think that interpreter's more of a charade player. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's what it seemed more like, is like we were playing charades or something. I don't know. It's funny nonetheless. That's all that matters. And that's the thing. You make a good first impression like that as a villain, and it's just like, okay, I'm gonna remember you for a while now. Oh, so this is where you can see where you can get your titanium bolts and how many there are. So if we go back to Florana, yeah, we got we got both of them from there. The Starship Phoenix has 7, but we don't have access to any of them yet, if I recall correctly. You can get all 40 titanium bolts on the first playthrough, though, and I will hopefully be able to do that for everybody. But for now, I don't think you can access any of them. No, you can access one of them, actually, right now, but I'm not going to do it till we go to Marcadia. I think you can only get one in Marcadia to start with for right now. So I think the other 2 you need gadgets from later in the game. We'll see. Either way, we got to go to Marcadia. That's what our missions menu says, so let's head there. Ratchet 3 is a really funny game. They did a really good job with the humor in this game, I find. I feel like in some parts of it, the story of the other games has a little bit more fridge brilliance to it, and what I mean by that is you can approach it as an adult and find newfound meaning in it. You can do that with Ratchet 3 as well, but I find that it's more on the nose with a lot of its stuff than Ratchet 1 and 2 were, you know? Like, you see those games as a kid, and you're like, oh, the evil guy that's taking over planets and breaking them to pieces, and then you see it as an adult, and you're like, oh, an evil megalomaniac who is breaking up the housing department of the entire Solana galaxy, and like you have the newfound experience that you can come back to. Ratchet 3 you can understand a little bit better from your first time, but you know. They're all good games. Like I said, if I had to pick between all 3 of the games, it would be like trying to choose my favorite child, and it's really not easy. So, yeah, but it's, yeah, I don't know. It's a different kind of game, I think. Different sort of humor and background stuff. I don't think there's a new weapon available on this planet. Maybe there is. Let's see. Or is this the one where the... Okay, yeah, the Spitting Hydra becomes available here as well. I'm not a big fan. What it does is you hold down the button and it can lock onto multiple targets and then you zap them. It doesn't feel like it does enough damage to me, honestly. It's cool in concept, but it doesn't feel like it does enough damage to substantiate using it, you know? So, I'm going to pass on that one, too. You'll find that I'm passing on quite a lot of weapons in this game, to be honest. There's only 9 that I'm planning on purchasing total. So, actually 7, because we're going to use the Shock Blaster and the Nitro Launcher for basically the entire game. You've rarely been a floor tank despite being a Dragoon. Well, that's good, though, Conker. That's very good. I know it's the meme, and sometimes you just got to play into it, but, you know. It's very lacking in the writing department. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they... Like I said, I feel like they hit a lot of the stuff they did in this game on the nose, but that kind of affected the story writing of it because you can't just come back and appreciate it differently than you did. A lot of the appreciation that I have for it is in the mechanical department and in the nostalgia. The writing sometimes goes a little off the rails, I think. Anyway, I've been standing in this courtyard for like a full minute here because I wanted to show you the other utility thing about the Succ cannon and why it's probably like my favorite weapon in the series now. You can suck up crates now. It's such a little thing, and you wouldn't expect that that would be the dividing or deciding factor on this being such a great thing, but how did they not think of that in the first game? Now you go to the third game and you have this, and you go back to play the first game with the Succ cannon, and you're like, what was I playing, man? It's so good. And then here's another thing, by the way. This is a nice little trick, by the way, for the Succ cannon. If you, let's say you have some ammo in the Succ cannon, and you want to suck up more ammo because you have some space. You pull out your wrench, right? Then you press and hold the fire button, and you can suck again. So just a little trick for anybody who doesn't know it. It's very useful. Just take my word for it. Like, see all these guys? I would have to shoot my ammo normally at them in order to use the Succ cannon prior to this, but now, I don't gotta. Yeah, see, like, look at that. How could they not think of that before? But it's such a cool function now to the thing, too. It gives it so much utility. Oh! It's so good!
Tap triangle to cycle through the last 3 weapons you have equipped.
I was gonna say, did he break my jackpot crate? Asshole! No, he did not. Alright, I'm gonna suck up this little guy. These little guys, excuse me. Whoa, hello. Alright, little guys, you gotta come here for a second. I'm going to have to use you to murder your family, sorry. The primary villains of the game are the Tyrannoids, and you'll see them as an enemy faction a lot more than the indigenous tribes of the planets that were in the previous 2 games. You'd mostly see like the indigenous population, and they'd be the ones you're fighting all throughout. But in this game, it's primarily Tyrannoids, so it's not a bad thing. Well, actually, I would argue that it is somewhat of a bad thing because it makes some of the planets kind of blend together, but, you know. It's not terrible, it's just less stellar than it could be, that's all. Well, you got a little bit of stuff up there. I'll figure that out in a minute once we get out of here. No, Conquer, you gotta tank the floor. Leave that to the spellcasters. How did you know I backflipped into a wall as a red mage? Well, a death wall to be more precise, because I'm psychic. See, I was thinking more along the lines of black mages because they don't really move all that much, but maybe I'm thinking not deep enough. Oh, hello. Well, stop that. They're using cover very effectively. Too bad my weapons are too good for them. Nitro launcher? Yeah, big guy, nitro launcher. Bah! You can destroy the drop ships as well, but, I'm not going to worry too much about that. You get a decent chunk of experience for it, too, if you do destroy the dropships. But, it's alright. But if you go over here, there's a wall you can climb up with wall jumps. So that's cool. I don't know if we can reach the dudes that are firing at me from here or not. Maybe. But there's also a titanium bolt over here. Nice. And I'm dead. That's the wall that I just came from. This is more boxes, so that's nice. And that is a place that we're going to be going shortly, but we can't go there just yet. You could probably try to get over there if you really wanted to, but I'm not gonna. I think I'm floating a little too slow for this, but that's okay. Don't run in a straight line in case there's another guy with a... Okay, there is not. Good. Just get the drop on these guys. Oh, I hear another drop ship. Speaking of getting the drop on somebody. Oh. Okay, he had a little more HP than the last one. That's fine. More shock blaster ammo. Also getting lit up over here. Holy hell. Do I have anything left in the Succ? I do. These lasers that these guys shoot go a long way, by the way, so it's deceptively a long way. Like, you wouldn't think they would go as far as they do, but they do. So, also, the Succ cannon's ammo is excessively powerful. As you can see there, it does about as much damage at the moment as my nitro launcher, which is just like, what the hell? Why am I breaking boxes? I should be doing this. There we go. I'm too used to Ratchet and Clank 1 and 2, apparently. I'm just breaking boxes instead of using them for their true purpose. That was a little guy. I'm gonna go like this so I can suck again. You unfortunately cannot suck up special crates like the Inferno box or the Jackpot box. But, I mean, that would be a little weird, because would you gain the function when it hits the enemy? Would the enemy gain the function when it hits the enemy? What would that, you know, what would that do? Let me do this. Grab these. You do get ammo for guns if you didn't have ammo before this, by the way. Like, let's say you have an ammo crate in your Succ cannon. Whoa. If you didn't have ammo and it breaks, you can go grab the ammo from there, so... Do I get the Inferno crate? I guess I'll grab it now. I think there's a cutscene right here, so... Yeah, I usually don't use the Inferno crates because... I don't know. I prefer to give my weapons experience instead.
Shooting, sir. A second wave of Terranoids just landed. They're attacking the compound from the other side.
Be right back, switching to PC. Alright, Rockin' Fun, see you in a minute.
You got it.
Follow me to the dropship.
Alright. Let's go into battle then. Go to the dropship. There we go. That worked. Yeah, I know. I was praising the Succ before, and then I failed to suck the boxes. It's like, come on now. Alright, I don't know why these guys aren't getting sucked. That's something. Let me try it again. Hang on. Get in my belly! Oh, that's why, because I'm full. Well, maybe I should pay a little more attention, huh? Oh, boy. This and then that. There we go. Perfect. I think you keep your Succ ammo when you go in the dropship. I'm not 100% sure, but I guess we're going to find out right now, aren't we? Okay, so, Operation Iron Shield. So the Galactic Rangers have a bunch of different missions on the different planets you go to throughout the game. They give you a bolt prize, and they let you proceed with the missions on each planet. In this particular case, Operation Iron Shield is the mission of the planet. So there's, I think, 5 parts to it. And it's basically just like they give you a mission, you gotta drop in, fight off waves of enemies, keep things alive, do some objective things that they have you doing, and then you win, and you get your prizes. So let's start it so I can give you an example. These missions, by the way, are also nice because they act as free ammo refillers. So if you're low on ammo, just go do one of these and then come back and you'll be full on ammo. So that's why I usually don't buy ammo in any case, because it's like, yeah, you don't need it anymore. You barely need any ammo from the vendors in this game, to be honest. It's really not necessary at all. Look at all them boxes that are in there. Hang on, let me suck real quick. Oops. Let me suck real quick so we can go from here. Gonna need more Succ. Let's see. Probably get rid of this guy before he causes any problems. There we go. Alright, let's get the Succ out. Give me them boxes! Thank you. Alright, what do we got? Don't worry, boys, I got it. There you go. Usually they'll get the little guys for you. The bigger guys are usually the ones that you end up being able to fight off a little better. Oh, hello. What? Oh, don't start that shit, soldier. We have the power of the Succ on our side. We will be fine. And the shock blaster, that helps too. If I can, you know, hit them. Uh-oh, they're dropping in. Give them that nitro. Uh-oh, even more of them. Whoa. Watch where you point that thing, man. You're gonna hurt somebody. Perfect. There's guys behind me. Yep. 1 and 2, and back. And then, oh, they got him.
The area secure. Nice work, ladies. Let's move out.
I'm gonna break these before all the stuff goes away. There we go. Cool. So that's part 1 of Operation Iron Shield. Now, Operation Iron Shield Part 2, Air Assault. Yeah, so we need to save all the Rangers that we can by getting rid of the Noids that are coming in on the airships. So, stop that. Who else we got? Okay, this dropship. Gotta be a little careful though, because I think Succ cannon ammo is a little scarce here at the moment. It's not a bad thing, it's just, you know, forces you to use something else, that's all. There's a guy dropping right on top of me. And a 1, and 2, and a V2 Succ cannon. Perfect. I don't think that the Succ cannon's upgrades do anything significant, but I guess we could check. Nitro launcher, it adds an acid mod to the nitro, so that's helpful. Damage over time is always nice. This one, it hits things harder, and yeah, shots will ricochet from one target to another, and it just flat out doubles the range of the Succ cannon, which it already has incredible range as it is. Doubling its range is just like, holy crap, man. And as you can see, 260. Something seems unbalanced here. This is supposed to be a bomb launcher. This has infinite ammo. This is stronger in power than... I would question that development decision if it didn't make the Succ cannon more awesome, but it makes the Succ cannon more awesome, so carry on, my wayward son. Alright, let's get over here since it seems like they're getting blasted over here. Come here, little kid. That was kind of nasty. Sounded like a pedophile right there. And then, that's not cool. Alright, what else we got? Aha! Gonna need a little ammo. There we go. Gotcha. I guess we could use the shock blaster. Why the hell not? A little bit more damage that they'll take with it, but that's fine. We should go in here and grab a little more Succ ammo. Sorry, I know Succ Cannon's basically a meme at this point on the channel, but I'm doubling down on it. I apologize if it triggers anyone. Uh-oh. Blast them then. Good work, team. Looks like we saved them all. Nice. I don't think those crates give a lot of bolts though, so it's not a big deal if you don't get them all. Anyway, part 3 of Operation Iron Shield, Turret Command. We don't get to use our weapons in this one, unfortunately, because they automatically put you on the turret, so kind of sucks, but that's okay. I'll take it. You can shoot down the dropships in this one, though, a little easier, because the turret deals a lot of damage, so it's not a bad idea. You gotta shoot a little bit ahead of them, because the bullets actually have to reach their target, though, so just kind of lead it a little bit if you can, almost like shooting a sniper rifle, you know? Oh, that's a Galactic Ranger. Let's blast these guys. This guy. Whoop, he's coming in for a landing. Stop that. There we go. And now for you. I let one out, that's okay. We'll get him. Like fish in a barrel, boys.
This is the last wave, Sarge. Don't give those plus buckets an inch.
You got it. Alright, they got one over there. Who's behind me? Oh, dropship, okay. Stop it. Stop it right now. Got him.
You can take it from here.
Cool. Thanks, boys. Good work. Okay, Operation Iron Shield Part 4, Under the Gun. So yeah, the repair crew has to get the turret working again because we probably overheated it by blasting all those things out of the sky, so let's give them some covering fire. Survive for 2 minutes. Go. Let's see. How about we get the Succ cannon out and get our ammo? Oh, I've got plenty, actually. Never mind. I'm good. Oh, I can't hit that thing from here. I probably could if I went like first-person mode or something. Probably be smart. Oh, well. Stop that. There we go. I don't remember if every single upgrade for the Succ cannon gives it more ammo capacity. Probably, but I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't quote me on it. Who's dropping right on top of us? One. Two. And I think there's guys behind me. Yep. 3. And I have enough here for you, so let me just get something for you now. Plus we got, oh, they're dropping in all over the place. Use a little bit of stuff, why not? Is it gonna get that guy? Yes, it is. Awesome. Good job, Nitro Launcher. I generally don't use the charge function on the Shock Blaster all that often in the beginning. Later on, it gets much better, and I'll explain when that is when we upgrade it. But yeah, I generally don't use the charge up function all that much to begin with. I will, however, try to keep spreading out my weapon experience so that I use it fairly evenly. I think I can get an extra nitro if I do this.
Guys
So.
are almost finished.
Nice work, boys. Keep it up. We're getting all little guys over here. Let's go help, shall we? Alright, 10 seconds left. Stop that. There we go. Perfect.
The repairs are finished. Now we'll give those Noids a taste of their own medicine.
I will help you do it, too. So part 5 and the final part of Operation Iron Shield, hit and run. So now, we have a bit of a different thing to do in this one. It's not just survival.
Noids have launched an all-out assault.
They'll tell
We
you.
need those air defenses online yesterday.
Yeah, so they have aerial defense network here in the city. We just need to get it online while we also fend off all of the reinforcements that are coming in, which is just great. No, it's fine. We'll be fine. We'll take care of it. So first things first, get rid of the guys if you can.
Wrench to the bolt crank.
And then turn this bad boy around. Get the first part going to get their anti-air stuff. So what'll happen is every time you get one online, it will charge up another one. So I think that guy's good. If the dropships are just kind of hanging around and shooting at things, just let the anti-air defenses do things for you. That should be fine. Meanwhile, these guys... No more of that. I will be having none of that. Okay, over here now. Oh, I got a twofer there. Nice. The fact that you launch bolts at the enemies, you have to kind of run over to grab them until a little bit later in the game. Once you grab the thing that gives you extra bolt range, I think it's the armor magnetizer is the name of the thing. I forget. But once you get the armor magnetizer, if that's what it's called, you basically whenever you shoot and the bolts fly out of the thing, like it doesn't matter what the range is of the Succ cannon, you'll still be able to grab them. So it's pretty nice. Just take my word for it, if you're going to play this game, you're going to want the Succ cannon, unless you're doing a speed run, in which case the Succ cannon takes too much time. I think you only buy like 1 or 2 weapons in the speed run anyway, so...
Keep it up, Sarge. We just need one more turret to stop the Noids cold.
I'm on it, boys! Alright, let's get this one going, and then we're good. Just hope nobody comes a-running. Nobody's making a break for it. Well, this guy's making a break for it, but it ain't gonna work for him. Ha-ha! Mission accomplished, returning to base.
You're even more impressive in person than you are on the holovid. And I must say, I've never seen a chauffeur fight like you do, son.
That's because he's not a chauffeur in real life, sir. I still think he's being sarcastic.
Told me a lot about you. Don't get any ideas, kid. She is way out of your league.
She
filled me in on the Quark
I don't even think that thought crossed his mind.
Thinks he's a monkey?
Yeah.
He's lost his memory, sir.
Well, then you'll simply have to find it for him.
How?
Star player back in the game ASAP. Is that understood?
Okay, we'll do the best we can.
Tells me you're a man who's good with his hands, Ratchet.
I swear I never...
The city's laser shield went down during the attack. Now, we are defenseless without it. I sent out a repairman to fix it, but he disappeared.
That's not what I thought he meant.
Yes, sir. We're on it.
Alright. So Operation Iron Shield is over, but now we gotta get the laser defense grid back online. So let's go do that, shall we? Welcome back, Rockin' Fun. Still feels like it's been a long time since last time you saw one of my streams. How long has it been? Yeah, a chauffeur. He stole all our words, I know. So if you stopped watching at the beginning of the 14 stuff, it's been like 2.5 months, man. Which is just like a long time. So, yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, definitely been a while since you've been around. I mean, for good reason. You don't want to get spoiled of the stuff from Stormblood, but, you know, it's still been a while. We missed you. I got a new gadget. I was going to say a first gadget. It's not really my first one. It is the first one in this game, but it's a new gadget. What is it? Oh, we'll find out in a minute. In the meantime... Oh, yeah, you can also suck up radioactive crates, so that's kind of funny. I don't think they have any extra power than the other crates, but it's still kind of funny to me. Alright, Yeah, we should probably start using something other than the Succ cannon. What am I saying? Succ cannon only run. Let's go.
The refractor
anyway.
will let you redirect laser beams. Just equip it and stand in the path of the laser. Hold L1 and use the left analog stick to aim the beam.
So yes, the first gadget that we got is the refractor, and it can be used to reflect laser projectiles or lasers like these laser beams. So you can open doors and do a whole bunch of other stuff. If you want to, you can even do this. You can use it to kill enemies too. So that's kind of nice. Whoop, hello. Let me get out. Technical difficulty, stand by. I was going to get out the Succ, but I'll just use this. It's fine. So I should mention, because this is the first place in the game that I really noticed a significant difference. I'm going to put that off my selector, I think, and put the Succ cannon instead. The reason why in this game experience is a little bit wonky is because rerunning planets is not a thing that you can do in this game. The first time you run a planet, you get a pretty sizable chunk of experience for all of your weapons from killing enemies and stuff. If you run the planet over again, the planet is treated as completed, and all the enemies there give you a significant amount less experience than they did the first time around. So, I don't want to say you have to be careful with which weapons you upgrade, but if you are not careful, or if you decide to use a bunch of late-game weapons, you might end up having a situation where you don't have a bunch of V5 weapons at the end of the game, depending on what you decided to use. So, I usually prefer to use weapons that they give you in the early game, to be honest, because it's just a little easier for me. Let's see here. Let's do this to get that off of my thing. Let's put that there. Switch rings, and let's stick the refractor on its own thing. We'll stick the gadgets over here. And I think there's only 3 gadgets, actually, and then I'm going to have another one that's going to be an actual weapon here. I think I want it... No, not there. There we go. Alright. Now then. So yeah, basically just don't use too many of the late game weapons. And really the thing about it is a lot of the weapons that you buy in late game are a lot more useful for challenge mode. They really kind of give you a decent chunk of things to use in challenge mode in this game. And they kind of push it more than the other games in the series, at least so far, I find. So yeah, I'm glad you're back too. Like I said, it's been too long. Still haven't finished Storm Mode 2. Oh, that's okay, Rockin' Fun. You just go at your own pace. It's going to be a while before I even get the Shadowbringers anyway, so glad to be back, though. I'm glad you're back too. Remember your session with pregnant women being mecha controlled by babies? Rock, no. Realize maybe it's time to grow up. Maybe babies aren't mecha pilots. Maybe the real mecha pilot was the skeleton inside us all along. Oh, God. The memes are evolving. Another cool thing that you can use with the refractor. See this big guy with the laser beams? Yeah, they're not as threatening anymore because you can just reflect them back at them. So if you're ever having trouble with those guys and you want to give them a taste of their own medicine, just reflector. Or refractor, rather. Refractal continuum. I do have room for this. Nice. I'll take that. Alright. Not really much of a puzzle in here. Just kind of gotta, get everything to go correctly. Slide this bad boy over here. And then slide this bad boy right in there. And then not interrupt it and slide this bad boy, whoops, right in there. Awesome. Okay, hi there. Go ahead, take your shots. These guys I should demonstrate a little bit. So you see how they aim at you, they lock on. Once they fire in a straight line. So as long as you side strafe, after they start shooting, you won't get hit by them. So, just a little tip. Just gonna do one of these. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna need to move that bad boy in a minute. Let's see here. Okay, I think I see what's gonna happen here. I better. I've played the game before. You'd think I wasn't a mindless zombie when I was playing it before, but maybe I was. No. It makes sense, I swear. Hello, Adam. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. We are on Ratchet & Clank Up Your Arsenal at this point. And it is glorious. I am glad to be reunited with my old friend, the Succ. It's rather a touching reunion, I find. Anyway, let's Let's take care of this. There we go. Make ourselves a nice little bridge, I think. Eventually. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, neon lights. Hey, look, it even has a tone to it. Nice. Gotcha. And with that, the Shock Blaster upgrades to
This
V3.
weapon upgrade features a lock-on mod. To lock onto enemies, press and hold L2 and R2.
Oh, that's rather nice. What's not nice is that my father decided to use a drill in the background while this is all going on. I have no idea what he's drilling, but I love my family. What do we got here?
There should be a spider symbol somewhere in that room. Use the beam to lead the spider drone over the symbol, and then zap it with the laser.
Nice, that's kind of cool. That might be increased capacity, I'm not really sure. I guess we could check. We could check, oh no, this didn't get to V3, never mind. This got to V3, there we go. So V3 has a lock-on mod, and I don't know, I usually don't really use the lock-on mod all that much, but that's because most of the things that the Shock Blaster does from, V1 to V4 are not as efficient, I find. They're not as good as what you get when you get to V5, that's for sure. Alright, little spider bot, go up there. There we go, thank you. How are you and your exploits in Final Fantasy? Going good, barely getting into Post-Realm Reborn. I did miss Succ, yes. It's the least practical bridge you've ever seen. Least practical bridge you've ever seen. Yeah, it doesn't really have a... I mean, I guess it has a cool piano effect to it, but other than that, yeah, not really practical. Oh well. Sometimes you just gotta look cool, right? I should probably be sucking these guys up. There we go. That'll work. And no, I should mention it because it probably will get asked. When you shoot a nanotech crate at the enemies, it does not restore their health. That would be kind of fucked. It would make some sense, but maybe they don't operate with nanite technology. I don't know how the Ratchet & Clank universe works exactly. Some things are better left unanswered. It's one of nature's mysteries, even. So yeah, this is one of the sections that you're gonna need, yeah, I don't exactly know how that works. I think you have to get something working in a different room, and then you need the magna boots in order to get, or the gravity boots, rather, I think they're called in this one, to get up there. But thankfully we don't need them for down here, so. Yeah, extremely convoluted system, sure. Again, rule of cool though, right? Sometimes you just gotta look cool. What's it looking like? Uncle beat the game but don't know what it entails. Imagine building a bridge but with a big hole in the middle. Yeah. Not exactly the best bridge ever. There we go. Well, that worked out rather nicely. I need to get rid of a little bit of this ammo. Okay, I think I see. So you probably have to get a laser working right here, up there, and then get it into the next room so you can get that working. But again, need the magnet boots to do it, so. And I don't have those, so we'll get a chance later though. Oh yeah, funny thing about the Succ cannon, by the way. You would think that over the course of the game they would give you less boxes because, you know, like it just gives you plenty of free ammo to go through. Nope. No, they do not give you less boxes. There's a substantial amount of boxes pretty much no matter what planet you're on, because the thing is, those boxes are directly linked to the amount of currency you can get. So using them for ammo, it just sort of, yeah, it works out pretty nicely. It's a very good weapon. I love that they thought to implement it in such a way where it's like, hey, you know all these boxes and stuff you can use? You can shoot them at other enemies now. It's like the, what's that one gun from Half-Life 2 that lets you pick up random objects in the vicinity of the area and just huck them at enemies? I forget if that happened before this game came out or if this game did that first. It's probably about the same time. But there's like a gravity gun or something in Half-Life 2 where you can pick up objects that are in the environment and just use them as ammo instead of actual ammo. Same idea. It's always a good idea, too, when it's used in these games. I think I know this guy.
Hey, look, it's Al. Got the shields up yet?
Silence!
Yeah, so this is Big Al from the first game, the Robo Shack.
That's a Quark vid comic.
Excuse me. It is a historically accurate interactive graphic novel.
How can you use the city's
I like
defense
my
to
method
play a
rather than
video
Hagen.
game?
Simple. I bypassed the security server with a 626 hex matrix adapter and reprogrammed the graphic subprocessor.
No, I mean, it's... Clank, you speak, nerd.
Yeah.
It appears you have a feedback loop in the induction coils of your DB3 signal processor.
Impossible! I ran a recursive checksum on the signal matrix. Hey, there is a feedback loop.
Well, you're talking to an expert, so...
May we borrow this vid comic?
Treat it gently. It is a first edition.
I mean, to be fair, I don't know how you'd be playing it on that screen anyway. Screen looks like it's broken. Oh, good. And the city's defense network is back now. But anyway, for talking to Alan here, we got Quark vid comic number 1. Booty is in the eye of the beholder. It certainly is. All right. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Me and my dirty mind. More dungeons or other content that open up as a result. Yeah, there's a ton of things that open up once you beat the A Realm Reborn itself, because there's a bunch of patch content that comes into the game, Adam, that you have to beat in order to get to the next expansion, Heaven's Ward. So you can't just pop right into Heaven's Ward directly from beating A Realm Reborn. So there's still a lot to do. Conquer has about 100 quests, I think, to go through between A Realm Reborn and Heaven's Ward before he can play Heaven's Ward itself. So far, the hard mode versions of a lot of dungeons are ready to be unlocked. Yes, yeah, so there's hard mode versions of the dungeons, hard mode versions of some of the trials, a whole bunch of stuff. There's lots to do. So yeah, anyway, like I was saying, if we were to return to this planet because I wanted to get more, experience or something for my guns, we would get a lot less experience. So it probably isn't going to be happening. Let me get the refractor out of my quick select here. There we go. Now I can just use the ones that need the experience. Alright, Clank, let's get out of here. Check our mission menu and see where we got to go next. Probably just back to the Starship Phoenix, huh? Let's see. Yeah, so we got a Quark vid comic out of that whole thing. So, I mean, we got the, the system, the anti-air and the laser defenses back up and everything, but our whole objective there was to ensure that we got this Quark vid comic. Because the thing about it is that maybe by playing this, Quark might get his memory back. So, if it's, at least somewhat historically accurate to his memory. So we're going to give it a shot. Why not? It'll give us a chance to test out the system that they've got on the ship there. So... Excuse me. Yeah, hard mode dungeons, extreme and hard mode bosses, 24-man raids, 8-man raids, lots of stuff. So, there is a lot to do. I forget if they're going to put us directly into the room with the vid comic or if I'm going to have a chance to walk around here. I guess we're going to find out in a second, aren't we? Okay, I think... well, actually, let me wait. Sometimes they do this and then they lock you right into a cutscene. Nope, I can walk around. Cool. I don't think there's anything new available from the shops at the moment. I don't think I would be buying any of it anyway if there was. So, yeah, no. So, by the way, I should mention, I didn't think about doing this, but if you guys would like me to show off the weapons that I'm not going to buy in the VR arena, let me know and I will test them out. Like I said, I'm not a fan of them, but if you want to see what they do, so I can, just give you an opportunity to see it, I will do that. So let me know what you think. Let's see. So we just got to go over there. That's all fine and good like that. Let's go to the VR deck before we go play that vid comic, shall we? There's no real danger at this point. We just got to get Quark's memory back, and frankly, he's probably asleep from all the bananas that he ate at the moment, so that gives us a little bit of free time. That means we can go do VR simulations. Hard mode dungeons aren't especially hard per se. Yeah, I guess they're just... It's like going through the dungeon in a different way. There's different mechanics, different enemies, so yeah. It's updated to the current level that you're at, but it's not necessarily harder. I guess it is a little harder. It's harder, but because there's different mechanics, not because it's just, a rehash of the old ones, but more difficult. You know them all personally, but no problem. All right, well, sounds good. Like I said, if anybody wants to see them, let me know. We'll go from there. But let's do the VR arena, shall we? So first things first, we got a warm-up. So let's do a warm-up, shall we? I will take this. I should probably be using these to actually, you know, kill things with, like with my ammo and stuff, but this is fine. Come here, you. There we go. And I think later upgrades of the Succ cannon will actually give it more explosive range. So basically, like, you can shoot it at a whole group of these guys while they're inside of the thing, and they're not spread out, and it'll kill multiples of them. So at the moment, it doesn't really have that effect, but it will. So yeah, as you can see, it doesn't really have like a splash damage thing going on at the moment, but that's okay. Not a huge deal. It's plowing directly through all these enemies and all the rounds here, so it works. It all works. Oh, hello. Alright, no bomb glove for you. Just get in my belly. There we go. And yeah, it's not a huge amount of bolts that you're going to get from this, but I mean, it's more than you had before. And I think the last round gives you a pretty sizable amount too, so I'll take it. It all works. Alright, bomb glove guy, come here. Your pyrociter friends are not exactly helping me. And yeah, as you can see, there's different challenges that will happen. There's points where the arena will start to collapse in certain spots. If you go down there, you get damaged. So whoops. I have to suck again. I'm not paying attention to the right side of the screen, you see. Yeah, nothing too challenging at the moment. This is, like I said, it's more... The VR arena is more of a warm-up for the rest of the stuff that you'll do later in some of the other spots in the game. There's another arena that you can go to. It's not just the VR arena, so... It's more equivalent to, like, a more... proliferated version of some of the VR stuff you'd see in, like, let's say, you know, like a Final Fantasy VIII or a custom Robo or something like that. Whoops. Oh, there's a demonstration of what happens when you go down there. I didn't press the jump button. I'm just, apparently I'm not paying enough attention today. That's alright. Well, it takes care of that. A little bit extra bolts. What do we got here? Shock Blaster Challenge and Destroy Test Dummies before time runs out. I'm cool with both of those. You're on mobile now, Conquer. Alright, sounds good. Welcome back. Yeah, Succ Cannon's a very satisfying weapon to level for some reason. It's just so nice to be able to just suck up all the small enemies and crates and stuff and then just blast people with it. And it just gets more and more powerful as you go. Like, as you saw there, it's more powerful at the moment than the Nitro launcher, which is, I think, kind of impressive. Now, the Nitro launcher has an acid mod, so it has a dot on it, but still, the fact that it's significantly more powerful. Sometimes you don't even need the acid mod, you know? Some enemies aren't powerful enough for you to benefit from it. Should come back in the Discord now that we're done with the matter. Link's still in the stream description, right? Yes, it is. If you go right below the stream there, there's a button you can press to go on the Discord there. So, yep, you can head on back in. I'm still... telling people if they have any spoilers that they're talking about in Final Fantasy XIV stuff to put them in spoiler tags. Ideally, everybody will listen, I hope. So, remember back in Crack in Time, for example, you get another Succ Cannon. It's only used for specific sections of the game and not as a weapon. Yeah, that was kind of a letdown, honestly, Adam. I wasn't as big of a fan of it, honestly. It's just nice being able to use it just as a traditional weapon, and it's got such great utility all through the whole game, too, so it's just like, it's really nice. It's so good! I don't know if they give you ammo in this part or not, but there's only 3 rounds, so I can't imagine it's that hard to get through in 40 shots. Let's see, as I waste a couple of rounds just there and there. I don't line these guys up, though. That didn't work. Ah, we got 24 shots in the final round. We'll be fine. Bah! Bah! Come here, you. And you. Yeah, these guys don't take much punishment, so it's usually pretty easy to just blast them. There you go. And I think they give you all your ammo back when you do new challenges, too. Up Your Arsenal does a lot of that, where it just kind of gives you back your ammo for stuff, so... Wrench beat down, alright, sounds good. I can beat things using only the wrench. Especially since these guys only take one hit. Now for these guys, when you're doing the wrench challenge, the Pyrociter guys are really the only major challenge there, and what you kind of want to do is you want to use the Comet Strike to blast them so they don't get too close to you, because if you try to get in a melee range with them, well, you're going to get set on fire, and that's just no fun for me, so... If I can aim my wrench, that is. Probably aim it a little better in first-person mode, but oh well. It's fine. Stop that. Don't want to go off the thing. No Walloper for you. No Pyrociter for you. There. There we go. Cool. And done. There's a Succ Cannon and Kraken Time. I don't know if it's considered like a Succ Cannon. I think it's, God, it's been such a long time since I played a Kraken Time. But the thing that Adam was talking about does sound familiar. I think it was a gadget or something where you, like, grab a thing and then you fling it out. I forget. I'd have to go back and look, honestly. Okay, time for more Succ, I think. 2 rounds and 1 minute to do them in, so if we can take these guys out of the fight like this, that would work. Alright, they're not getting sucked, so I'm just gonna blow since they won't suck. And, you know, that'll help, too. Nice. A little bit of a nanotech boost will help, especially when it gives you... So another thing that they did with the nanotech booster in this game is that you only get the screen nuke every 10 levels instead of every single level of nanotech that you get. I don't know why they thought that was a major thing that they needed to address, but whatever. I'm not the game designer, so... Yeah, but it's super lame. You can only suck water in a particular nectar that distracts murderous or directs murderous bugs away from you. Yeah, I think I remembered that. I don't remember what it's called though. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. We gotta play a Kraken Time so I can find out. We will one day. I'm gonna cover the future quadrilogy as well. I've got a lot of side projects though, man. Like, we still got to do the Mega Man Zero series. I'm planning on, when I do Pyre, I'm planning on playing Outland as a side project there. The Final Fantasy Legends series is going to be a side project. Oh, there's a lot. There's so much to do in so little time. Well, I mean, I have plenty of time. I'm not dying or anything. Just, you know. Maybe I went a little too close to that guy. Just a little. Alright, let's grab these guys before they even come out of the thing. There we go. Oh, okay. Pyrociter, put it away. Put it away. Sir, put your weapon down. Put your hands up, or I will be forced to suck you. That sounds like something that somebody said directly before they went to jail for the night. Why can't I hit him? Where's my lock on? Not paying attention again. Get sucked up, so that go, and who would win? I was okay with the idea of taking a chance there. Apparently, I can suck these guys up right through the walls too. That's a powerful ass vacuum cleaner I got. Whoops. Now, my aim is not perfect, obviously, but frankly, when you have infinite ammo, does your aim have to be perfect? I don't think so. Personally. Yeah, like 12 shots, man, and it's not even fully upgraded yet. Thing's a beast. That is a lot of guys. It's okay, though. Wow. That flip was a little weird, but that's fine. Alright, come here. I need to take care of your Pyrocenter friends. Cool. There we go. I think that's almost the last one. I think there's one more. Okay, there's a couple more. So, 90-second Slayer, huh? Alright, that's fine. There is one that you can do at the end that'll give you a bigger prize, and it gives you a titanium bolt as well, so we'll get to it. Can I pause while I'm here? I don't think I can. I'd like to read chat. I guess I could read it while I'm just wandering around sucking and blowing everybody. Phrasing. I think that time it might have been on purpose. I might have had a Freudian slip there. Oh boy. My brain might have been like, nope, this is what you're saying now. There's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, put your hands up or I'll be forced to suck you. Exactly. So the correct time, don't recall Tools of Destruction though. Yeah, Tools of Destruction was, I don't know, it wasn't my favorite. It was fine, but yeah, it wasn't my favorite. It wasn't I wasn't as big of a fan of Tools of Destruction as I was of some of the classic games, so, personally. It's a good game, don't get me wrong, it's just not, I don't know. I didn't think it was as good as some of the classic stuff when I played it. I really like A Crack in Time as well, so I got an upgrade. I wasn't even paying attention to this thing, see if it was upgraded at all. Nice. I think this is the upgrade. Yeah, this is the upgrade where it gets an explosive shot, so that's kind of cool. Down, you love that game so much. Don't threaten them with a good time. Yeah, for sure. Was it in Tools of Destruction, though? Yeah. That might have been what it was. It was some kind of weird nectar-sucking thing. I forget. Hello, Cole. What are you screaming for into a pillow?
I reset my progress by 4 hours because I forgot to save before I remade infiltration tools.
You need to be saving, like, every day, man. Hi. That blows, sorry.
Why did I decide to fucking do a 100% playthrough my first run through? Fucking.
You need to be saving like every day, man. I saved every single day when I was playing P5.
The guy was like, save, make infiltration tools. And I was like, oh, my last save can't be that far behind. 9 days. I went 9 days without saving.
Hi. That sucks.
I need a drink. Somebody get me a vodka.
Go find the vodka, yeah. Yeah, they were pretty good games. I didn't like them as much as the classic series, but you know. Remember Tools, you create green jelly to use as a platform? Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was a gadget as well. Hey, look, it's the guy who hates Evangelion. Sorry, you had to. Oh, he's paying for it apparently. Like he's playing P5 Royal while I'm doing the stream stuff, and he just reset his progress by 9 days. So that kind of blows. Actually, we didn't look at what the V3 upgrade did for the Succ cannon, did we? We'll have to go look at that in a minute. Can I look at it now? I can. Okay. Let's see. Oh, good. Now it's at 320 power. You get increased ammo capacity, and it sets enemies on fire when it shoots them out. This weapon is so much fun. I love it. It's so ridiculous, yo. Usually the shock cannon, or the shock blaster rather, is the one that I upgrade first out of all of them. And I might just start using it a little bit more here. We've used the Succ cannon quite a bit. I'll use this, let's see. We got 3 weapons we're upgrading right now, so here's how we'll do it. We'll do 4 rounds with the Succ cannon, then I'll switch over to the nitro launcher for 4 rounds, and then I'll switch over to the shock blaster for 4. How about that? That way we get some even stuff for our weapons. I'm going to leave that ammo box there, actually. Might have use for it in the next round when I start using the nitro launcher. I guess I'm not leaving that one, though. I'm hoping I wouldn't catch it, but I did. There we go. And alright. Nitro launcher time. Cool. See how many of these guys I can catch in one go. That's a lot! That is a lot. Alright then, good job, Nitro Launcher. We might not make it 4 rounds with the Nitro Launcher thanks to its ammo capacity, but that's alright. Whoa, okay, hello. Hello, goodbye. Hello, goodbye. Actually, I don't know. It's doing pretty good work for me so far. Probably have some ammo hanging out over here. These guys need to get a little closer together, so we'll just kind of kite them around the room real quick. Alright, come here, boys. Well, I got 1. I did not get 2. That's okay. Alright, 2 rounds down. We're getting there. Nice. And I'll get my ammo back. Perfect. If I get that guy. Nice big group. I love it. Ow. Yeah, we might go 3 rounds with this, and then, you know... Okay, there's ammo over here. Ooh, I got 2. Nice. I'll take it. Let's see. Let's get a little ammo, shall we? Ooh, I got 2 again. Nice. That will help a little bit. And then this... almost all of it. Alright, 1 more. 2 more. Excuse me. 2 more. Got him. Cool. Alright. Shock Blaster time. Self-imposed challenges, you know. And again, it's not that the game isn't difficult to the point where I have to impose a self-imposed challenge. It's just, you know, make things more interesting, shall we? Stop that. Good, I caught most of those guys before they could even get out of their spot there. Their spot. I don't know why I started turning into Gopher from Winnie the Pooh just now, but my brain does strange things sometimes. Whoa, hello. We're good. We're good. And yeah, believe it or not, we're less than 2 upgrades away from getting our first fully upgraded weapon, even though it's only the first episode. That's pretty good. I mean, to be fair, I think the Heavy Lancer and the Mini Nuke upgraded in the first stream of the last game, but it's alright. It's not a bad thing. It means we'll have some nice firepower available to us. I think that guy did his animation like he hit me, even though he clearly did not. Alright then. And here's our prize, a titanium bolt. And yeah, that's the main use for titanium bolts. I think it's the only one for titanium bolts, is to purchase skins. So, alright, VR arena complete. Let's get out of here. I could probably show off a few of the skins now that we have a couple laying around. Really enjoyed Kraken Time because of how much it tries to innovate and bring to the table. That's true, yes. Yeah, I really enjoyed some of the stuff that they, some of the parts of the formula that they innovated on in a Kraken Time. Some shit's really poorly implemented, but just to appreciate that they're willing to take the risk and do something different. And that end's still a pretty good game in your opinion. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the Clank sections in a Kraken Time, the planet minigames are not as much fun, but the time puzzles are probably my favorite Clank sections in the entire series, honestly. Yeah, the ship sections, I didn't have a problem with the ship sections personally. I actually kind of really liked them because of the free exploration that they made you do. I mean, it was kind of on rails because you had to go to specific places, and all the other planets you would go to in those cases are side planets that just have little objectives in them, but it just felt nice to be able to do that again, you know. Some story stuff, the rocket boots. Yeah, I mean, there's a few things, but and he enjoyed the idea and all. Can't hate those aspects. You still appreciate the way that they were coming for you, you know. Yes, that's true. Yeah, and again, it's an innovation thing, so I'm glad that they included that stuff. So, regards to the ships, appreciate the effort and thought in the dogfights were cool, but if they would have gone the Star Fox, the game route would have been an 11 and 10 out of 10 for you. Yeah, I can agree with that one. Yeah, if it would have been more of like a Star Fox-esque thing, I think it would have been pretty damn cool. I still like what they gave us, but yeah, if it was Star Foxy, I'd be like, well. Game's great. I mean, it's still, honestly, A Kraken Time is still far and away my favorite in the quadrilogy in the Future series. It's up there, probably, Honestly, it probably sits above this game on my list of the games, out of the games I've played in the series. It would probably go like between Ratchet & Clank 1 and 2 would be in the top spot depending on the day. And then Crack in Time would probably go after that. And then this one. And then probably Into the Nexus would be after that. Tools of Destruction probably after that. Quest for Booty would actually be... Yeah, actually, Quest for Booty probably below that. And then All for One wasn't bad. It just isn't really great either. Any planet thingies are cute. You like it. It's all good. I don't know. I like A Crack in Time quite a bit, personally.
This is how a real hero gets
I understand that there are some shortcomings to it, but yeah, the innovations that they made to it and the fact that they were willing to experiment with the formula is a very refreshing thing for me. So, okay, Quark Vid Comics. Let's see how these bad boys work. You may recall the Behind a Hero documentary series from the second game. These are similar.
Hey, this thing on?
Meticulously reconstructed by our crack research team with the aid of eyewitness accounts, bathroom gossip, wild speculation, and a magic 8-ball.
Of course, gotta have that last one.
Of the 5th Solarian equinox, the Solana galaxy was terrorized by a notorious pirate known as Captain Blackstar.
Ahoy! Anybody else got a craving for fish and chips?
Not particularly, no.
Captain Quark was already a living legend.
I was beating him out with a stick.
However,
sure.
no previous adventure could have prepared Quark for his encounter with the dread pirate Blackstar and his crew of... Oh, please tell me this is a typo.
That's robotic pirate ghosts.
Hey man, don't knock it. This galaxy's seen some stranger shit.
Now we begin the interactive portion of Episode 1. Booty is in the eye of the beholder.
I didn't see any female pirate ghosts though, so I don't know about this booty part. Alright. No, that's not what they were referring to. In any case, so the interactive portions of the vid comics, I'm going to turn my volume back down again because it's a little louder now in the background. The interactive portions have you playing as Quark, so that's kind of interesting in and of itself.
You just picked up an officially licensed Quark token. Collect all the tokens in the level to earn a secret prize.
And there you go.
Bling, bling, baby. The red ones are worth 10 Quark tokens.
So yeah, there's 100 tokens in a stage. You get them all, you get a titanium bolt. There's also a green token that you can look out for, and I'm sure you can guess what that does, but I'll tell you once we get one, if not. But it's interesting, though, that you can kind of play this in sort of like a side-scroller-esque thing. It's different from some of the other stuff that you've done in the game so far, you know? I can dig it. It's a new gameplay style. Pretty cool. Okay, well, that was not going to go well. Things are not going to go my way, and I just lost the tokens. Now I have to die. So that's phenomenal. Eat me, rat! Eat me! Give me the plague! Blech. Where do you restart from? Okay, all the way over here. Got it. Now, when you restart a level, you do not restart your time. I think the reward that you get at the end is based on the time, but I'm not 100% sure. Don't worry about it too much, though, because we will not need a substantial... Oh, that had a bit of a trail on it, didn't it? We will not need a substantial amount of bolts, so don't worry about it if you don't get a huge reward. It's no big deal. Stop that, sir. There you go. Grab a red one. Put that sword away. Who do you think you are? Who do you think I am? Alright, so far so good. I think we've got them all so far. Nice. And yeah, punching guys into a pit like that down there is enough to just completely make them trivialize their threat to you, basically. Let's go back. Oh my god. They're multiplying like rabbits! Or, you know, like rats as well. Ooh, blaster.
Old-timers say a giant robotic space eel haunts this ship.
Oh dear god.
Press circle to fire my blaster. Hold down R1 and move the left analog stick for precision aiming.
So yes, now we have a weapon. We have Quark's blaster, which he can use to one-shot the enemies that he would normally require several shots to kill. So like these guys take 3 punches, 1 shot of the blaster is enough to kill them. So. The rats, I think, are too small, though, to shoot with the blaster. I think it goes right over their heads, so I'm just gonna not do that. There we go. Get rid of that guy before I have problems. Cool. That might work out. Not okay. Alright, that's fine. I'll just go this way. Ah, the platform even reappeared for me. That's nice. Okay, sir, stop that. You're gonna need a license for that next time. I forget if 92 is where we're supposed to be at this point. We're gonna find out in a minute, aren't we? That's 95. Cool. Oh. Probably should wait to see if there's a platform coming. There we go. 97. 99. Aha! 100. Tried to trick me, that guy. There's your titanium bolt. Get rid of that guy. Get rid of that guy. That guy and that guy. And I think there's one more collectible to get, but I think they put this one like right at the end of the stage for you. I forget. We're gonna find out in a second. Yeah, I'm past ideal time. You see how the timer was grayed out there? I think I'm past the ideal time, so I get less rewards. But that's okay. Now that I have all of that, though, I could probably restart for better time. That's fine. But now we fight the boss. The space worm. I'm gonna not stand here. That seems like a good idea. So yeah, like, you remember those worms that are in Mega Man X games? Same principle, just unload. When he runs past you, he'll start running past you quicker. But, it's something we can't handle. See? Not too bad. I think when he goes off the screen on the top there, he'll cause an earthquake, which will cause debris to fall. You don't want to get hit by that. Take that. Whoa! Gotcha. Beautiful. And that takes care of that. So yeah, I think the reward is higher if you get a better time, because I think, well, actually no, 6,000 looks about right for this one. I don't know. There have been some Quark comics where I've gotten up to like 25,000 bolts from finishing them, but that's more towards the end of the game, so. Yeah, Quark did fucking die. He was given the plague. He became a robotic pirate ghost himself.
I mean, I've worked on some real junk, but this one takes the cake. Pirate ghost robots. I mean, what do they think? We're idiots?
Hey, Professor, snap to it.
Once again, the citizens of the Solana Galaxy owed their lives to the dauntless courage of the remarkable man behind the cube. With great reluctance, Quark accepted a meager fee for his services and promptly donated the entire sum to the Quark for Tots Scholarship Fund.
Oh, okay.
A charity providing makeovers and buxom bimbos for needy people. Named Quark.
Oh, okay. Now it makes a little more sense. I was gonna say that's actually nice, but no.
I got the fruit basket, thanks. It turns out I'm allergic to prunes. Who knew? What?
He says he dumps it all in the garbage.
Yes, sir. I'm on my way.
The exciting, all true, right?
Yeah, sure.
Adventures of Captain Quark continue in episode 2.
And we'll have to see episode 2 later when we get the comic for it. What do you think, Quark? Does that jog anything in your non-existent brain? Yeah, that looks about right. The ache is not there anymore, sir. The ache appears to be on your front now.
Well, who's that handsome devil?
Oh, great. He's back.
Quark has regained his memory.
Yay!
This dressing room isn't fit for a pig. What kind of shoddy production are you people running?
Maybe if you looked at us instead of your eyeballs rolling underneath your eyelids.
In the meantime, I've got a mission that's perfect for you two.
Oh, really?
We've just learned of a prototype holographic device that can disguise the user as a Tyrannoid, even allowing him to speak Tyrannese.
Well, that's rather convenient.
Is it just me, or do you smell bananas?
He always smells bananas, Quark. He's a monkey.
The device happens to be the grand prize on this week's Annihilation Nation.
Annihilation Nation? Now that sounds metal.
Tonight on Annihilation
Annihilation Nation, we feature an all-new Death Course.
Ooh, Death Course. Is that like the path of death? Actually, yeah, it's pretty close.
Oops, I mean, contestant.
He doesn't look well equipped. Fred, I'm sorry for what they're about to do to you.
Who claims he once had a morpho ray go off in his pants. What a champ. Let's take a look at what he's up against.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't look too bad now, does it? Good luck.
Fred, you didn't even see it. Oh, boy.
Next.
Ow. Fred is not having a good day either.
Another death course.
I just love how Sasha looks at him like, what the hell have you seen, man? Oh, boy. All right, I missed a bunch of chat. Let me go back here. Hang on. Shit is one of the funniest shits in the entire game. Yeah, the Quark vid comics are always pretty good for a laugh, so always deeply appreciate the offhand commentary and jokes they put in the Ratchet games, the innuendos and whatnot. Yeah, and they're really good at it. They're all good. They're all really good to see, but they're also really good at putting them in there as well, so. There's Snake Boss and Mega Man Zero as well. Jesus Christ, your ears. Oh, God. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know if it was me or Quark or the game. I don't know. Behind the queue. The queue. Deadlock, where the AI has Ratchet and that new set of armor and he awakens in it all pissy and he says, I feel like my tail's shoved up my end. Al cuts him off. Yeah, yep. I've seen the intro to Deadlock, so yes. Yeah, and the intro when you're in first person. Yeah, it's pretty good. But yeah, he's dead. He'll respawn eventually. He'll be fine. The game when you have the victory screen with the money stuff. Oh, that was what it was. Okay. The and then the that thing. I gotcha. Sorry if I just, PTSD'd that shit for you. Yeah, it is loud as heck, and I have no idea why. Oh, well. Everybody take your headphones out when we complete a Quark vid comic so you don't, get your eardrums blown out. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, anyway, we gotta go to Annihilation Nation and see if we can grab this here Tira guys that they've got here. Do we got anything else to do? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. We can't go back and get titanium bolts there. These ones are unavailable to us at the moment, and that's done. So, off we go. One of the main things that I actually, honestly, I would take it as a point against Up Your Arsenal is that it's very linear by comparison to the first two games. Like in the first two games, there were several junctions where it was like, okay, you can go off and do this or this, and they gave you multiple planets where you can do multiple objectives at the same time. Up Your Arsenal doesn't really have a lot of that, honestly. It's very much like they make you do everything on a single planet at once, unless it's like hunting for titanium bolts or something, that's not substantial. So.
Are you ready to play?
Put me in the game, coach!
All right, let's meet our first contestant. He's an unemployed rocket mechanic who claims to have saved 2 galaxies.
Oh, yeah.
Most people know him as Secret Agent Clang's bumbling chauffeur.
Most people in this galaxy, maybe.
Disguising himself as a tyrannoid will make him more attractive to the ladies.
I think you're making shit up now, man. Well, at least he knows my name in this arena.
Will attempt to be the first contestant ever to survive the Death Course. Contestant number 1, are you ready?
Bring it on.
Let's do it. Had a lot of free time these days because, well, obviously. Does this game have a big head mode? I think it's a skill point that you can put in, if I remember right. Is it? Actually, no, it's not there. Cheats. Yeah, in order to unlock the big head mode and everything like that, you need to have you need to get skill points, which I don't think I've gotten any so far. I think this one on the bottom here lets you unlock the lightsaber or something like that, but you need a code, I think, from the demo. I forget where you enter that code, but I'll figure it out later. Oh yeah, and while I'm on this menu, let's take a look at the skins that we've got here. So these are the ones you buy with titanium bolts. So this one we got from having the old file there, so that's the thing. It could be a snowman. We could dress Ratchet up in a tuxedo. You could be Bug Boy. You could be the B2 Brawler's cousin, a Robo Rooster, a Trooper guy, a robot breakdancer guy, a sumo wrestler, or a ninja. And I think there's just enough titanium bolts to buy all of them in the game if you decide to. So, yeah, that's what they do in this game. They're not substantial like they were in Going Commando or, you know, in the original. So, school's closed until next year for you. Oh yeah, that's something for sure. That's gonna. That would free up a lot of time for you, but it's also kind of like, well, you know, I'd like to graduate sometime this decade, you know. College in your area have currently switched to video conferences. They're not sure until when, yeah. Oh, it'll be close till September, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much the norm around here, too, yeah. So, but yeah, the video conferences thing, some colleges are starting to work their way towards that, but it's not everywhere yet. Yeah, K through 12 in the States are doing something similar. In my particular town, the internet infrastructure in my town is pretty bad. So instead of doing that, the schools have been doing like packets, basically. They send kids home with these big work packets that they would do their work on. And I don't think they count it against them if they don't do them. I forget exactly how they're planning on doing it, but yeah, it's something like that. Don't even have video conferences, just closed. Like, I graduated, that's it, year's finished for me. They just gave it, oh, okay, gotcha. Huh, well, that's something, I guess. I mean, I don't know if that helps or not. I guess so. Alright. Okay, almost just fell off right at the beginning. That wouldn't have been good. Let's see, what do we got here? How about a Succ cannon? I'll take your word for it there, sir. What, did you see his teeth while he was doing that? So anyway, yes, so Annihilation Nation's first option is the death courses, and that's what we're doing now. Get off my lawn! Sorry, I just felt the compulsion come over me. Stop that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that. Alright, that works. How about Nitro Launcher for this part? You guys gonna stay up there and shoot? Alright, you're not really shooting me, but that's fine. I'll take the free EXP, that's fine. And if we go over here and do a little high jump, we can get another titanium bolt. Get the hell out of my way, camera. I will blow you up. Don't even mess with me. I will blow you up. Alright, anyway. What we got here? Oh, this looks fun. That guy out of my way, and then get the hell out of here. Oh, almost got there.
This is gonna be exciting.
Well, that's all right. There's some nanotech in the room, so that's good. And yeah, that's another thing about sucking up nanotech boxes with the Succ cannon. It automatically gives you the nanotech if you actually need it, so that's rather nice. I think we got a new follower just now. I think I heard the sound effect. I can check. Let's see. What do we get? Spy Shore Minor 1978. I apologize if I said that. Or yeah, I don't know. Spy Shore Minor. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, but thank you for following. I appreciate it. Shit's wild. Genuinely, are you going to take off something else in the meantime? You're planning to work as a cashier or something? Well, at least, you know, that way you got something to pass the time that way. Yeah, and at least you got some time to do some shit. Yeah, that's true. I should probably... Oh, right. I can't really suck that guy. He's a little too big for my Succ. Ah, man, get the hell out of here. Alright, let's see. Grab some of this. There we go. That's great. This is fine. Alright, which way are we going? This way. Don't jinx it, man. I might fall off right at the end here. Of course, I might have just jinxed it myself, now that I said that. Haha! Made it. And for completing the course, we get Quark Vid Comic number 2. I forget what that one's called, but we'll find out in a minute. Ariba Amoeba. That's what it's called. There you go. Yeah, make a little money on the side. That's a good idea. We have a lot of choice, global quarantine state and all. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of options if you want to work right now, unfortunately. Well, it appears that I keep my Succ cannon ammo, so that's rather nice. Let's just use it all up before we move along here. I'll use something else after that. Like I said, I would like to upgrade the shock blaster. How's the full blast on this now? It's not bad. Whoop. I didn't realize you were still alive, sir. I do like the commentary that they have for the announcer here, though. He's got some pretty good lines. There's one in particular where, like, they pick out a person from the crowd that's going to be in the robot rampage after I'm done in it, and the guy freaks the hell out. It's super funny. He might be doing it now. Well, he's doing luck of the draw. I don't know if that has anything to do with who's going to be in the rampage next, but... Ooh, look, ammo. And an Inferno box, not that I needed that. I don't think these guys give a significant amount of experience when you kill them, so... I might switch over to this, honestly. Yeah, I typically save the Inferno boxes for, like, emergency, basically. It's like, oh, I'm dying? Okay, hang on. Now I'll use it. Yeah, if you can hit them with the nitro launcher before they get too far out of the little, out of the thing, it's probably for the best then. Whoop. There we go. Well, I'm out of that. That's fine, though. Oh, here we go. I love that guy's voice. Like, it was so over the top. It's like, what the hell? What kind of voice direction were they trying to tell you with that, man? Just like freak the fuck out, basically? Like, I don't know. It seems silly. I don't have any ammo left in anything but this. And this doesn't have any ammo in it. Well, I guess I'll go Inferno mode then. Alright, man, it's your funeral. Bah! Gotcha. Sweet, that takes care of that.
I don't believe it, folks! He survived the death course! And here to give you your prize, the lovely Miss Courtney Gears!
Hello there, Miss Courtney Gears. Thank you very much. I'll take it. Oh no, I'm ugly!
He is better looking!
Damn it.
Do not be alarmed, Sasha. That is Ratchet.
Somewhere in there.
So you won the Terror guys.
Yes.
It's very convincing.
Thank
Anyway,
you.
There's something I think the two of you need to see.
Like what?
Work personal log entry 101301.
Oh god, he's personal logging again.
Vanquished the Protopet menace.
Yeah,
And revamped
sure.
the Megacorp testing facility.
Revamped's a strong word, man. I think they revamped your...
The
Never mind.
creatures of the Florana jungle. But when news arrived that Dr. Nefarious had again risen to power, I knew where my true destiny lay. The training necessary to get back into tip-top shape has been exhausting.
Oh look, he got Helga
My
back to
mind
help him.
overflows with brilliant concepts.
And Al,
So I
apparently.
still
Alright.
yearn for the bittersweet stench of my simian companions.
Uh-huh. I don't even want to know where he was smelling there.
As the greatest hero the galaxy has ever known, Captain Quark!
Good for him, I guess? Alright.
You're not gonna believe this, but the president put Quark in charge of the fight against Nefarious. Our new commander
Why?
just called his first team meeting. You better get back to the Phoenix right away.
I agree. This does not sound good.
Yeah, that's going to present a bit of a problem, I think. Okay, so we won the Tira guys. Now, Annihilation Nation is another little hub area, so it's similar to how the VR network was, where you can enter the death course and do a whole bunch of different stuff over the course of the game. I think for today, though, we've done enough, fighting in a small condensed arena, and doing Paths of Death, so we'll save that for a different time. For now, let's head back to the ship. So, Courtney Gears, she a recurring character in the series. Yeah, I think it's like Rockin' Fun says there. She's technically only in this game, but they do reference her a lot all over the place, so, yeah. Had some time to play games, watch anime, and practice drawing. Nice, nice. Got to cultivate that a little bit. Always nice to cultivate a few little hobbies. Remembers her name in other games. Forget they have the best elevator music. They do have good elevator music in here, yeah. Excuse me. Oh yeah, I should mention, this win all challenge is optional here The difference between Annihilation Nation and the VR training there is that it gives you challenges for weapons that we are not going to be buying on this playthrough. Like there's one where you have to use like only the Spitting Hydra. There's one where you have to use only a gun that we're not going to get till much later in the game and is too expensive for how underpowered it is. Sounds familiar to me. Anyway, yeah, so there's a few things that you can get that we will not be getting. So we won't be winning all the challenges, but I'll be winning all the ones that don't require me to buy specific types of weapons, basically, including the final one, which is 200,000 bolts as a reward if you complete it. So we should probably go play VidComic Episode 2. And then we'll see what Quark's thingamajigger is, I think. So we can, you know, go take care of whatever his team meeting is all about. Since your school's closed, you're learning 2D animation by yourself. Nice! Nice, Rockin' Fun. That's cool. I've only ever dabbled a little in 2D animation. When we were doing my photography class back in high school, we did, what did we do? We did, like basics in Photoshop and stuff like that, and there was the Photoshop at the time had an animation thing, like a very basic one built in where you could like tween actions together and stuff like that. So I did a little bit with that. That was back in high school, and then when I was in college I dabbled around a little bit with Adobe Flash. Oh, I guess we're doing the Quark meeting now. Okay, that's fine. And I did a few like stupid Flash animations, like the dumb Mario Flash thing that I posted on my channel for April 1st. So
You have been assembled here.
Oh, okay. Skid's here too.
Expert in
Nice.
your particular field.
Uh-huh.
From Hal's mastery of electronics to Skid's nerves of steel.
Sure.
To Helga's sensual powers of seduction. You have shown that you are worthy to wear the Q. Years ago, I single-handedly defeated Dr. Nefarious.
You hesitated there a little bit. Okay, Al, I don't need to see that.
Up again. Our first mission will be to infiltrate the Doctor's top-secret base on planet Aquatos.
Okay.
Impossible, you say? Perhaps for a lesser strategist.
Right.
Behold, my brilliant plan.
Alright, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's see it.
First, Ratchet and Clank will descend to the sea floor and wade through a series of tunnels flooded with waist-high raw sewage.
I hate this plan already.
Please hold your questions until the end of the presentation.
God damn it.
Infiltrating the base, our agents will split up. Clank will enter the base's ventilation system, where he will locate and deploy this banana-guided autonomous monkey device, or the GAMD.
Or Gadam.
Ratchet will use his extensive knowledge of the Tyrannoid language and customs to win the trust of the bloodthirsty alien guards. Finally,
Sure.
agents will make their way to Nefarious's personal office, steal everything that isn't nailed down, and exfiltrate the base completely undetected.
Yeah, let's hope we don't run afoul of that gigantic fish. That would be bad.
That's crazy.
But it just might work.
Did you... Okay. Did you just draw that? Is that why you were holding that crayon? Do we have a PowerPoint slide here or something?
I want to know who we're up against.
Oh yeah, so now that the Q Force is all in the office here, basically, you don't have to hit. You don't have to hit. The monkey's name, by the way, is Scrunch. I don't know if it was mentioned yet, but his name is Scrunch. You don't have to hit him with a wrench. I forget if you get something for hitting him with it, but no, I went around him. All right. But yeah, there's a bunch of banter that happens in the background now between Sasha, Quark, and several others. So, ever feeling like you need a laugh? Well, you can come in here and check it out. And sometimes you will come back in here for mission briefs and stuff like that too, so. Remembered her name being in other games. Yeah, like I said, I think they reference her on like radio shows and stuff in A Crack in Time. I forget. So, mess around with some programs, which is great by the way, mainly Ace Sprite since you've been using it since 2016 or something for pixel art. Oh, okay, gotcha. Forgot how much you miss Quark's presentations in these games. They are pretty good, that's for sure. Oh, I think there's a new weapon available as well. I don't think there's new armor, but there might be. Let's me check. Let's see. Nope, nothing new yet. I think what they'll do is they'll actually tell you, like, when you're walking close by to the thing, like when you walk back into this room, like, overall, they'll be like, hey, there's new armor available at the armor vendor. So that's kind of nice. New weapon, I think, available? Yeah, here it is. Okay, so the Agents of Doom are also available now as a new weapon. And this one I am going to get, because this one's actually pretty good. You remember the Agents of Doom from the first game? It's like this with the Succ cannon from the first game. Agents of Doom in this game are also fairly good. So, I'm going to buy it. Let's test it in the arena, shall we? Only 6 shots to begin with, but you get more as you go. So let's check it out before they kill themselves. Not the agents, the people that we're fighting. So that's the idea behind the agents. You just toss them out. It's just like in the first game. Throw them out and they run into enemies and blow up. There's more to it than that, but that's later. You gotta upgrade them before there's more to it. Get them, boys! So yeah, we're getting the boys back. That's what we're doing. But the boys get a significant upgrade over the course of the playthrough here, so let's grab the Agents of Doom. Very nice. So they'll act as kind of like a supplement to my damage for the remainder of the game, basically. You just toss them out and then switch to a different weapon and use something else. Usually I like to use about one of them per combat situation that we're in, so... Because usually like they break up the combat a little bit where it's like there's a big section of enemies and then stop, and a big section and then stop, so... I usually try to use them in like at least once per combat situations. Corny Gears also referencing Deadlock multiple times for ads and shit and a stupid TV report. Oh, okay, gotcha. See, I have Deadlock now on my system. It's ready to go for once we're done with Gothic 3. I still haven't played it yet myself because I want to go into that as blind as I can. The only thing that I remember from it is the opening cutscene because I watched it when Cole played it. And Cole has played Deadlocked a lot. He's probably played it more than any of the other Ratchet games, and it's probably, I'm pretty sure it's his favorite in the series. So... she should get more screen time. I think she's pretty good at what she does. I don't want to say too much. Anyway, let's play episode 2, Arriba Amoeba, of this vid comic stuff. I think this one I actually have to look around a little bit more.
Quark, comic episode 2, Arriba Amoeba. A new evil was gathering in the shadows.
Yeah, oh yeah, Gothic 3. Yeah. It's still happening. Once we're done with this, we'll be moving on to that, so.
Amoeboids, born in the laboratories of a twisted scientist named Dr. Nefarious.
Remember these guys from the first game?
They called me insane, Lawrence.
I have a question.
See who's insane. When my pets have exterminated all life on this miserable planet.
Did they get an impersonator to do Lawrence and Nefarious's voices there, or did they ask them to star in the role?
Number 2.
Oh my god.
Just a minute. Quark then proceeded to stall for time while he coordinated the city's defenses from the women's restroom at Galaxy Burger.
Give me that thing, you lying no good. Right. Now where were we?
Oh god, not again.
I knew the situation called for a head-on.
I think the guy was trying to take his fate back into his own hands, and it didn't work out.
The monstrous amoeboid horde.
Sure you did, Quark. Sure you did. Can I? No, I cannot. Quark's punch, by the way, is a fairly safe option if you're moving forward and there's a bunch of enemies in your way. So, yeah. These guys, unfortunately, still don't like me very much, even though I'm, you know, trying to help them. But...
Press X while I'm in the air near a wall to see my awesome wall kick move.
Well, okay, that was a... Okay. Didn't expect that to last as long as it did. But yeah, those robotic guys are not my biggest fans, obviously. They seem to have a problem identifying me. It's probably... Here's the thing, right? Like, in the first game, they were just told to kill monsters, and, you know, maybe a Lombax is considered a monster, depending on where you are in the galaxy, I don't know. In this particular case, it's probably because Quark is also green, and they were just, like, programmed to kill green. The color, apparently. I don't know how that works, but whatever. There are certain situations where, okay, you have to kind of like do some wall jumps and other stuff. Aha, there's a red one there. To make sure you get everything. You want to get all 100 tokens in a decent time as well, so. I think, okay, there is something up there, but I can't get there just yet, so. Excuse me, pardon me. That guy's dead now because he's stuck in the electric fence, so. That guy's also dead because he's stuck in the electric fence. defense. Nothing up here. Kind of tricky here. You got to hold on in order to get all those. So. Okay, I'm glad I could jump over all of that, because that was a lot. Whoops, that's not what I want to do. How about just down? Oh, okay. I thought there was... I thought there was a platform there. Nope. Alright, well, that's fine. Just get all the way back. Excuse me, pardon me. Okay. Won't take too long to get back, though. Whoa. Alright, boys, you're going to need to leave me alone for a moment so I can do my wall kicks. Back. There is one situation where there is something down below, but it wasn't that situation, obviously. Let's see here. Oh, okay, I just missed something. Hang on, I gotta go back. We need to go back, because I gotta go over here and up here. There we go. I was like, wait a minute, there's gotta be a way to get up there, and yes, there was. Is this the spot? I don't think this is the spot either. No, I think there's like a ladder or something that shows up that you can see to get down to the next section where they have you hop down. So, yeah, just blast ahead of you. Pretty substandard at this point. Not substandard. Pretty standard at this point. All right, come over here, you. Ow. Get off my cloud. There we go. And let's just slide down the wall here. There we go. Grab all that stuff. And I think we want to go over here. Yeah, because over here is another health token. Nice. And the health tokens, by coincidence, happen to just so happen to refill your entire health bar. So that's rather nice. I'm not even gonna bother fighting that guy. I don't need to. This guy I do though. Okay, I can't kill that with the pyrocitor. Alright, so what else we got? Yeah, I'm too far past ideal time at this point. That's okay, though. Whoa. Alright, there we go. This is the part that I was thinking of, is right down here. Gotta grab that to make sure that you get all tokens. Again, I might not be at the point where I'm grabbing all tokens, but we'll see when we get to the end of the level. Sometimes I have to restart these because I miss tokens. So hopefully that won't be today, but it might be. It is more important, though, for you to... Well, actually, I don't know. It might honestly be more important for you to get ideal time than it is for you to get all the tokens, because, like I said, the titanium bolts are only used for skins, so they're useful, but not, like, overly so, you know? I got 95. Go on. Get out of here. There we go. Now I'm going to wait for the next little section. 6, 97, 98, 99, and 100. Perfect. And that takes care of that. No boss in this one. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, unplug your headphones! Sorry. We only got 10k out of that, that's not bad. Love Deadlocked a bunch as well. Yeah, we'll be doing Deadlocked as soon as we're done with Gothic 3, so it'll be good. Cole would be right to consider Deadlocked as one of his favorites. It's so good. It is. It's really good from what he said, so... I forgot. Yeah, I'm sorry. I should just run over to my computer and, like, mute the sound when that happens.
No choice but to flee Blackwater City in disgrace.
Ah, so that's why there was no boss. Because he ran.
Have my vengeance if it takes 1,000 years!
He
looks a little more squishy than he does normally.
Captain Nefarious was right about one thing. He and Quark would meet again, and sooner than he realized. For a true hero like Captain Quark will stop at nothing in the name of justice.
Not even oxygen will stop him.
I held my breath.
Sure you did. So that's episode 2 of the Quark Vid Comics. We will work on more of those once we get more. Can't believe they come back for Gothic 3, damn it. Don't know how they managed to make the music sound good and awful at the same time. That's genius. Juxtaposed music, yeah. Yeah, I know. We gotta switch our gears back to Gothic 3 once we're done with this, but don't worry. Again, I have a plan for how I'm going to handle it if it ends up being as much of a shit show as Gothic 2 was. We will take care of it. Don't you worry about that. I got it. What's our next mission now? So we just got to go to the underwater hideout on Aquatos. We got to infiltrate Nefarious's hideout. But why is he a robot all of a sudden when he was very much more organic looking in the Quark vid comic just now? And will we be able to win most of the challenges that we see at Annihilation Nation? Find out on the next episode of Ratchet & Clank Up Your Arsenal, the Stream Edition. Also forgot the... Oh, and forgot no one saw it. I didn't just point it out. Oh boy. Anyway, yeah. Good first episode, I think. And like I said, I think this game's gonna end up being more of like an X3 thing for me, where it's like I used to not like it, and now that I'm coming back to it, I'm gonna enjoy it quite a bit. In any case, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. Yeah, find out the next episode of Ratchet & Clank. Yes. And I will see all of you on the next one, which will be, what is today? Thursday? Yes, Thursday, April 30th. So it'll be on Saturday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Until then, everybody, take care and have a good night.